Dude, what the fuck? Alrighty, it's Divinik back with another freaking stream, news, politics, all that good stuff. Uh, yeah, so today we're going to be talking about global instability. Now, I feel like Russia invading Ukraine was kind of the catalyst for like all of this crazy shit happening in the world, man. I mean, the global order is really starting to crack, and I feel like for the past maybe 50, 60, maybe even 70 years, like we've been kind of just stuck, or maybe just history is kind of going in slow motion, man, because we have this system that is affecting people negatively, but it has such a tight grip on everything that it's just preventing progress. You know what I mean? And the whole Ukraine Russia conflict, I feel, kind of made people get back into those old geopolitical ways of thinking. And it's brought up old battles and old struggles into the forefront. And that includes things such as capitalism versus socialism and communism. You know what I mean? So I got a couple of articles for us to read. Then we're going to go through some videos. So it should be fun. Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right. So our first article comes from Common Dreams. Worse yet to come as global civil unrest index hits all-time high. And this article is by Jessica Corbett. So let's get right into it. The risk of civil unrest is rising in over 100 nations, with the worst yet to come, according to an analysis published Thursday by the UK-based consulting firm Verisk Maplecroft. In December 2020, we warned of a new era of civil unrest, projecting that 75 countries would see an increase in civil unrest risk by August 2022. The reality has been far worse, with 120 countries witnessing an increase in risk since then. With more than 80% of countries around the world seeing inflation above 6%, socioeconomic risks are reaching critical levels. Stability within countries, the firm found that 42 nations saw an increased risk of having their governments challenged or toppled, compared with 27 countries where it dropped. The analysis says that although the negative trend is less marked than for civil unrest, rising food and energy prices will make it more difficult for governments to manage popular discontent. And you see they got the little graph there. Cool. The situation is so bad in places like Haiti, Myanmar, and Sudan that it's hard for them to become much worse. Therefore, countries in Europe that have to date enjoyed much more stable environments are likely to see bigger increases in risks. The analysis specifically raises alarm about Bosnia and Herzegovina, Switzerland, the Netherlands, Germany, and Ukraine, which was invaded by Russia in February and continues to endure a war with global repercussions, especially in terms of energy. So yeah, like I said, man, there's a lot of freaking crazy shit going on in the world right now. I think that over the next coming, let's say the next decade, We're going to see a lot of conflict, a lot of wars, and I think most of that is going to be over resources. You know what I mean? Like the climate change or the climate change is really starting to take its toll on the world, man. And the global economy and resources, it's going to become more competitive on the global playing field because of the, I guess, restrictions that are coming, the restrictions and the lack of resources that are coming. It's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be scary. And the thing that's so devastating about it is that now the world powers are going to have to deal with these things. It's not just a third world problem. The resources are going to be stretched thin everywhere. And we already see with the Ukraine conflict how much that this instability seriously affects everything, especially in the third world, because Ukraine, I forgot the exact amount, but I think it was like 40% of the world's grain comes from Ukraine. And I know that they've been trying to do some things to get things through, and they have worked in some ways, but it's nowhere near enough. You know what I mean? It's getting bad in places in Africa, and I mean mostly Africa, honestly, but like places in Africa and some poorer countries in Asia. Oh, and especially in countries in the Middle East where they're not getting. Where some of these places, like 70, 80, even 90% of their grain comes from the Ukraine. So a lot of instability, a lot of fucked up shit going on, you know what I mean? And like I said when I first started the stream, like this has been decades in the making, man. It's the accumulation of power and capital in the hands of like just such a tiny percentage of the population. It just breeds chaos, because having people with so much control, having people who have so much control over huge sections of the economy and how nations operate just isn't functional, because when you don't have more people's input, when you don't have democracy, you have people just trying to do things for their own benefit instead of what helps everyone out in the long term. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a strategy of divide and conquer. It's a story as old as time. You know what I mean? And I think that shit, I don't even know what I think. Fuck, it's just crazy, man. Let's go on to the next article. So, damn, are you fucking serious? Never mind, not that one. So, yeah, let's go over here. So, my bad. I'm fucking high a little bit. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's get a little hyped up first. Woo! All right. So now we're going to be talking about the Ukraine nuclear power plant. It's fucking crazy, man. I mean, I'm going to keep saying the same shit over and over again. Like, we're on the brink of some crazy ass shit happening in the world. It's like we're balancing on a tightrope, man. So let's get into it. So it says, fears grow for Ukraine nuke plant ahead of inspector report. And this article is from the AP by Hannah Arerova, possibly. All right. So fears mounted Tuesday over Europe's largest nuclear plant as shelling around it continued, a day after it was again knocked off Ukraine's electrical grid and put in the precarious position of relying on its own power to run its safety systems. Repeated warnings from world leaders that the fighting around the Zaporizhzhia plant could lead to a nuclear catastrophe have done little to stem the hostilities. Russian-installed officials accuse Ukrainian forces of shelling Enerodar, the city where the plant is situated, hours after Ukrainians and Kremlin forces attacked a city across the river. The Ukrainian mayor of Enerodar, Dmitro Orlov, reported a powerful blast in the city around midday. The explosion left the city of 53,000 cut off from its power and water supplies. It wasn't immediately clear what caused the blast. Both sides have traded accusations of attacks on this plant since Russian troops seized it early in the war. With the danger rising, a team from the UN's International Atomic Energy Agency finally traveled to the plant last week, and on Tuesday, inspectors were expected to report what they found with the UN Security Council. 2 inspectors remained at the plant, which is run by Ukrainian workers, and Ukrainian presidential advisor Mikhailo Podolyak applauded that decision. There are Russian troops now who don't understand what's happening, don't assess the risk correctly, Podolyak said. There is a number of our workers there who need some kind of protection, people from the international community standing by their side and telling Russian troops, don't touch these people, let them work. Okay, so, I mean, it's a crazy fucking situation in Ukraine right now. And like I said, I think it's kind of a microcosm of what's going on in the world right now. You know what I mean? Like, power is shifting. The balance of power is shifting. And the big players are trying to make sure they aren't left behind in this kind of geopolitical power grab that's going on right now. Like, the U.S. is on the downslide. They're struggling. Or, I mean, the people obviously are struggling. I mean, the stock market doesn't mean shit except for corporations. The people are struggling. And on top of just the domestic stuff happening in the U.S. that's making shit unstable here, in terms of foreign policy, I guess, and our deal, and when he did that, that kind of broadcast to the world that the U.S. can't be reliable on the global stage anymore. And I really think that I don't know, fuck, dude. It's just fucking nuts. Like, shit like this is only going to continue to get, I mean, I guess emergencies like this are just going to keep on happening, and they're going to get more and more frequently with the world getting so unstable and, like I said, resources being stretched so thin. And it's scary, man. Like, a nuclear power plant going off could fucking destroy Europe, make it just straight up uninhabitable, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. We need to try to find ways to just fucking not even get our leaders in check, man. Like, the shit is just so fucked up nowadays that what we really need is just a fucking system reset, dude. Like, this is not it, you know? Putin is basically just a fucking, I mean, he's a thug, dude. Like, you have a population of millions and millions of people just run by a fucking KGB fucking, I guess, man, what's the word for it? By a fucking, by a company, man. You know what I mean? I mean that in the sense where it's like, he's a career politician, a career government agent. You know what I mean? And he doesn't think about the world and the future. I mean, he's just on a fucking power trip, dude. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? But all right, let's go ahead and get into the next article. Oh, you know what? Not even the article, dude. Okay, so this shit is fucking crazy. So Russia originally had the Nord Stream pipeline locked down, doing quote unquote maintenance. Like, I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'm guessing they were just like, fuck you, like, fuck you for the sanction and all this shit. You can have our gas. But I mean, basically, they've made it official that they're shutting off natural gas to Europe. So let's check it out.
here is something that is not very happy for most of the people, unfortunately, in Europe who are...
Oh, you know what? Here, let me put my fucking headphones on. There we go. All right, let's start this fucking video over.
So here is something that is not very happy for most of the people, unfortunately,
yeah,
in Europe who
I would
are
think
paying
so.
their energy bills. The energy crisis in Europe has been worsening. Russia has now turned off its supply of natural gas into the rest of Europe, and Russian officials say the Nord Stream pipeline will stay off until sanctions against Moscow are lifted. Now, there are a lot of ins and outs here. Initially, the Nord Stream was closed down for maintenance. Then they were going to start it up again. Then they said there's a leak, and they are blaming Siemens equipment for that they need to fix it. Siemens is saying, but the gas could still flow even with this leak. So there's sort of some back and forth here. But the bottom line is we have seen natural gas supply dwindle. We have seen prices spike. And
hell
now
yeah, dude. I appreciate it.
European nations really step in a big way.
But shit, you just got here, bro. I mean, right now, I'm just talking about the fucking shit that happened in Russia with the gas line getting turned off, dude. Like, it's fucking crazy, man. Like, Europe, like, super relied on the freaking gas coming in from Russia. And, like, they were just talking about it, man. Like, gas prices are going to fucking skyrocket because of this shit, man. And it's like, I talked about it a little bit earlier in the stream, man. Just shit is just getting so fucking unstable in the world. Yeah, dude. For real, man. For real. It's fucking crazy, man. Like, it's, like I said, man, it's scary. Like, I think that there's going to be drastic shit happening to keep shit try to keep shit sane in the fucking in Europe, and I mean just basically all the NATO countries, man. Like it's I don't fucking know, man. We're in for a rough fucking ride.
To try to help their citizens and help companies with all of these higher costs.
Yeah, it's a big problem at a time where the Eurozone, it continues to grow at a slow rate and continues to battle very high inflation coming into an event like this. And a good note by Krishna Guha, he follows the Fed and central banks around the world, noting that despite what is happening, or just in addition to what's happening now with natural gas and energy costs, you still have an ECB that is likely to meet later this week and jack up rates even more. So that is compounding.
Right. I mean, that's what the companies do, man. That's what happens when you place public goods and infrastructure in the hands of private companies, man. Like, we're on a crazy fucking death spiral, in my opinion, man. Like, you can only accumulate power into these mega corporations for so long, whose sole purpose is to just make money and damn the consequences, before stuff just starts to get dysfunctional. And another huge lesson I think the world is learning from this is that countries need a certain level of self-sufficiency. You know what I mean? Like, all of Europe is in a scramble right now because, I mean, they fucked up. like in the long term, man, it's like, so let's move it all the way back to when NATO was first started. That's when they kind of made their bed and now they have to sleep in it. You know what I mean? And instead of trying to build alliances with Russia, because even with the weapons they don't have their own and scramble. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. I mean, it's literally the Cold War 2.0. I mean, like, really, the Cold War never ended, but I mean, like, I guess in the public zeitgeist now, it's like full-fledged, bro. Everyone's scared. Everyone doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And like you said, Germany, like, for the first time since fucking World War II, they're beefing up their fucking army. They're getting everything. I mean, and like, Germany is kind of like, I'd say Germany is like, not the global super, but they're like Europe's superpower, you know what I mean? And now they're all following in their lead, and they're just trying to unfuck themselves out of the situation that they got themselves in, man. And they did get themselves in it. Like I was saying, like the USSR, I mean, the whole point of NATO was to say fuck communism in the USSR. You know what I mean? And it didn't have any, in my opinion, it didn't have any real long-term strategy besides we are going to destroy the USSR and communism. You know what I mean? And I mean, I guess it worked in a way, but they also created enemies doing that. You know what I mean? So it's a fucked up situation. And like, it gets fucked up like this when the world is under the operations of when our world leaders look at the world like a chess game. You know what I mean? Instead of thinking in terms of human lives and expanding happiness and security in the world, it's all about power politics and economics, and it's just fucked up, man. You know what I mean?
I think the pain, or likely to combat the pain on households.
So just to give some...
Do I read? I mean, I've been trying, you know what I mean, man? It's fucking hard. Like, I like haven't streamed in like damn near a year, bro. I started this shit up. I was getting like a decent amount of freaking followers. I mean, not a decent amount. I mean, I like I had maybe like 5 or 6 followers. I was getting a decent amount of views. And then I was just like, fuck, man. I was like, fuck, man, this is too fucking difficult. Not difficult, but I had a lot of shit going on. But I've been reading this. It's perfect for this topic. I got you. I mean, shit, long story short, bro. I just started not being a lazy piece of shit again. So let me look it up, bro, real quick. The tragedy of great power politics. Hell yeah, dude. I'm always looking for book suggestions, bro. I'll definitely save that link. Fuck yeah, right now I'm reading Capitalist Realism by Mark Fisher right now, bro. Like I'm just trying to like build up kind of like the fundamentals. Like I've read a little bit of Mao, I've read Marx, I've read Lenin, I read The Shock Doctrine by Naomi Klein, but I'm just trying to like read more books that more books like with history in it, so I can have more context for the shit that I talk about. You know what I mean? But shit, let's get back into the video.
Background here on the acuteness of this problem here. Finland is calling this an energy industry Lehman Brothers moment with these costs going higher. Goldman Sachs out with a note saying that energy bills for European households will go higher by 2 trillion euros, which at current rates is
Jesus
about $2
fucking
trillion.
Christ! Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Fucking, I don't know if you're talking about Capitalist Realism, but Mark Fisher is fucking great, dude. I've listened to a couple of his lectures. Fucking, he's really spiritual with the way, for lack of a better term, he's really spiritual with like the way that he looks at the crisis that we're in and capitalism. It's got a lot of like soul, and he's like really insightful, man. He's really insightful. Hell yeah, man. But shit, they said $2 trillion fucking dollar increase in energy, bro. Like, that is fucking bonkers. Like most of the time I'm like, fuck, dude, America sucks. There's a bunch of fucking morons who live here. We have fucking MAGA, the most embarrassing fucking political movement of all time. But today, I feel pretty fucking good about being an American because Europe is in for some rough fucking times. And, you know, I never really thought about the whole geopolitical situation over there until the Russia-Ukraine shit started happening. Like, there's just so many countries there and they're so small. Like, you have this Western bloc of Europe, which is basically like mini America, like in terms of like economics and the global situation, where it's like they've been stable for a long time. They have a lot of good economies, or they used to. I mean, shit's going down the drain fucking everywhere now, but you have this western bloc of Europe, and right next to it, you have this hostile power, and I say hostile with an asterisk because, like I said, it's literally Europe and America's fault that those powers are hostile. But you have those powers like Russia right next to, like, right on their front door, basically. Like, imagine if the USA and China shared a border. You know what I mean? Like, it would be extremely tense, and the war games. I mean, I say war games, like the political maneuvering and fuckery would be just that more intense because of that friction. You know what I mean? And Europe is feeling that full throttle right now, man. I mean, $2 trillion increase in gas, dude. Like, if that shit happened in America, there would be fucking riots in the streets, dude. Like, I can't. That figure blows my fucking mind. Fucking insane, man.
Peak early next year. So we are talking about huge increases in people's energy bills over in Europe. And you know, whether how badly this will bite depends to some degree on how cold the winter and how severe the winter
like
will
you
be.
said,
well,
bro.
There's a new prime minister in the UK, Liz Truss, who has
hopefully fucking global warming will fucking help them out, bro, a little bit, so they won't be fucking freezing their ass off.
Just gone to visit the Queen, and so she's now officially.
Oh fuck! God fucking damn it! Give me a second. Piece of shit. I don't know why it keeps doing that, bro. I'll figure it out eventually. There we go. Fucking save my ass, man. I was about to record a whole bunch of fucking nothing. All right, let's get back into it.
Minister, sure. So she is now looking at a package in the multi-billion-dollar Liz Truss, who has just gone to visit the Queen, and so she's now officially prime minister. Sure. So she is now looking at a package in the multi-billion-dollar, tens of billions of dollars, around $46 billion in U.S. dollars, to support consumers there to cap the energy.
Man, $46 billion is a lot fucking less than $2 trillion, dude. That's why the world leaders are such a fucking joke, man. They're like, oh, well, I could just do a little bit, but I don't want to stir the pot too much. I don't want to make the corporate overlords too mad. You know what I mean? That's like, what is that even? Like, I think that's literally like 0.5% of $2 trillion, dude. Like, that's literally fucking nothing, man.
Bills, and other nations like Finland, like Sweden, are trying to put some money out there too, not just for citizens, but again for corporations, because we talk about individual energy bills, but natural gas is used heavily in manufacturing, and obviously companies need to heat their facilities as well.
Yes, man, that's something that I didn't even take into consideration, man. Like, that huge increase in the cost for energy is probably gonna make inflation fucking skyrocket, dude. Like, insane. And I'm sure there'll be repercussions in the United States too, man. Like, I think since January this year, I think there's been about an 8%, and probably is a little bit more by now, increase, which was already fucking crazy, man. I mean, where I'm living right now in Colorado, my rent went from fucking $1,100 to $1,400. For what, bro? I mean, the apartment may look nice, but that's because I have nice shit. It's a piece of shit for $1,400. And like, dude, revolution is coming. The communist revolution is almost here. I'm an accelerationist, baby. It's about to be fucking lit, dude. I'm telling you. I mean, it's gonna be fucking awful, but I mean, the way that I see it's like we're right on the brink between fucking Mad Max and Star Trek, dude. Like, that's the way it is, and we just gotta do our fucking best to make sure that shit is Star Trek. Because shit can be cool, or it can be really, really fucking bad, right? All right.
They do. And if you're wondering, if you're seeing this news and you're like, well, why are Julie and Brian talking about this? Keep in mind, companies are global. They're multinational. They do a lot of business in the Eurozone and various parts over there. And if those businesses are being hurt in terms of profits, best believe it's going to be reflected in their overall financial statements and maybe their stock prices.
Well, and not only that, you can look at
All right, the rest of this shit is boring. They're basically saying the same shit over and over again. I mean, long story short, and I went over a couple of articles before you hopped on, bro, but like the world is just in a very fucking precarious place right now, man. Like it's not going to get better unless we have like a real concentrated, concerted effort by working class people around the world to get these fucking psychopaths out of office, dude, and out of the reins of control of what happens globally, man. You know, like, I think about this a lot, like, and the scary part is, even with MAGA and Trump, we seem to have it pretty good. I know, man, I know, it's fucking crazy. Like, I hate to be a doomer. I mean, I'm not a doomer. I see that there's going to be some crazy shit on the horizon before it gets better, man. Like, Trump and MAGA is like the precursor to our Weimar moment in the United States. Like, the Weimar moment being the German overthrow and descent into fascism and Nazism in Germany. I mean, Three Arrows did a really good video on it, how there's just so many parallels to the shit that is happening today in America and the shit that happened in Germany. And it's kind of crazy, man, because the United States really, really influenced Germany in what they did during, you know, World War II and the Nazis' reign of power over there, man. Like, I feel like it's just coming around full circle where America, like in America, I think, I mean, obviously there's a lot of different factors, but I think a major factor as to why this didn't already happen in America is because of our history with slavery being so recent. And on top of that, the way that things shaked out in World War II was that it was politically expedient for us to side with Western Europe and to take down these people. And that kind of put into the American zeitgeist that we're like the good guys who defend human rights and democracy. At least that's what, you know, the common person, the average person believed. But now that we're farther away from that, and people don't really understand the context and the history behind all of that, it's just, we're finally getting to the point where those negative attitudes and ideas and ideologies are coming to the forefront again, because they never really had a chance to run their course in America. You know what I mean? So it's fucking crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. All right, let's get on to the next article. Did I do highlights for this one? Fuck it, we'll just read through it, man. So it says, as Britain prepares for a new leader, tensions with allies loom. And this article is by Mark Landler of the New York Times. All right. 3 weeks after Liz Truss became Britain's top diplomat in 2021, she told a Conservative Party conference that her country need not compete for the affection of the United States. Britons, she said, should not worry like some teenage girl at a party if we're not considered to be good enough. Her line drew laughs, but little more than that, at a meeting dominated by the flamboyant figure of Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Now, though, Mr. Johnson is on his way out, and Ms. Truss is the front runner in the contest to replace him, making such provocative comments a potential clue to future policy. Excuse me. Should Mrs. Truss emerge victorious in a party vote that will be announced on Monday, she will have a chance to flesh out the vision of a global Britain that Mr. Johnson unveiled after the country left the European Union 2 years ago. Based on her record as a foreign secretary, diplomats and analysts in London and Washington said relations could get bumpier with the United States and even more so with Europe. Tensions between London and Brussels have already flared over legislation introduced by Miss Truss that would upend the post-Brexit trade agreements in Northern Ireland. She has vowed to push the new law through Parliament, stoking fears that it could trigger a trade war across the English Channel. Like I said, man, the U.S. is severely losing its global dominance. Like, all the countries realize that, that China is rising up. And I know that there's a lot of articles out there like, oh my God, the economic crash, China is failing, China is falling, China's gonna get blown up by a fucking asteroid. Like, the vast majority of that shit is propaganda, dude. Like, and it's really, propaganda, there's propaganda on both sides, but specifically with China, it's really, really hard to parse out what is actually fucking going on there. But what I will say is that China is not a communist country. UK politics is all messed up after Brexit. I don't know about the US losing dominance. I think they are just shifting from Europe to Asia. No, I feel you, man. I don't think that the US is gonna not be a superpower, at least anytime soon, but it's definitely not the only superpower anymore. And I do think that China could potentially overtake the US on the global stage. Specifically, there's two reasons. Like, first of all, the United States foreign policy is dog shit. We constantly fucking jam our boots in everybody's face. You know what I mean? We are very aggressive, and we're like that old school imperial style of global hegemony. You know what I mean? As with China, the name of the game for them is in the Belt and Road Initiative. You know what I mean? Where it's more about building economic bridges and links with other countries so that those developing countries are more dependent on China than the West. You know what I mean? And I think their strategy is working, to be honest with you. I know, like I said, they're having, some problems economically, and especially the common people having problems economically, which is all over the world because fucking capitalism is failing. But I think China is a lot more flexible in the way that they can change things up. And I think it honestly does have to do with the fact that they have a lot more control over their economy because it's more planned and organized by the government than in other countries like the United States and European countries. You know what I mean? But in terms of the UK, man, I think that, like a lot of countries, they are starting to question that, like I said, global hegemonic power, hegemonic power that is the United States. You know what I mean? Like, they see China rising, they see global instability in the world, they see Russia. Russia's not rising. It's basically just a fucking cartoon fucking dictatorship. You know what I mean? But so they have extreme threats on top of economic instability. And I think a lot of countries like the UK are trying to hedge their bets and be more competitive in the globe so they don't get left behind in the new order that's kind of fermenting and taking place. You know what I mean? Like, shit, man. It's just like, damn, I had a point that I was trying to make, bro. Like, bottom line is that, like, the world is changing fast and every country is trying to scramble to make sure that they aren't fucked in the chaos. You know what I mean? All right. Let's get to some more fucking crazy shit. So this one was one that I was really, really excited. Well, yeah, like excited to talk about. It sounds weird saying excited because it's fucked up news and it's bad. But I think this is the perfect example of us switching, like, the whole world switching into this war mentality of this world as a chess game and countries as chess pieces mentality. I mean, that's always there, but it's just intensifying where these countries are trying to make more moves, you know what I mean, and make more, trying to basically puff out their chest and be like, we're still strong, we're still relevant, and or just, and that's specifically in the case of the US, but with other countries they're trying to just kind of assert themselves, you know what I mean, so they don't get fucked. You said it's just Cold War round 2, round 1 never ended really. Exactly, man. That's exactly how I feel, bro. It's like the game never ends, and it's never gonna end until like real democracy is put in place, like direct democracy, you know? So let's go ahead and get through this article. US approves $1.1 billion Taiwan arms sale, angering China. The U.S. has agreed to sell $1.1 billion in weaponry to Taiwan, provoking anger from China. The proposed deal includes a radar system to track incoming strikes and anti-ship and anti-air missiles. It comes after the U.S. House of Representatives Speaker Nancy Pelosi last month became the most senior U.S. official in 25 years to visit Taipei. Dude, our older, most of the
Communism is based.
Hey, there we go, bro. Thank you, bro. I'm gonna be streaming. I'm gonna try to stream like every day, probably around this time. I'll see what happens. Like, I gotta get a new battery for my fucking camera because it can only stream for 2 hours. Like, I gotta get a fucking battery that plugs into the jack so I can stream more. But I'm at least gonna stream for 2 hours every day, bro. So keep on coming back. Hell yeah. But no, I was gonna say, man, most of our fucking politicians are fucking geriatric morons, dude. And they come from that era, the McCarthy era, where communism and socialism was like, it was like the equivalent of fucking raping babies in the United States. You know what I mean? Where it was like extremely taboo, extremely negatively looked upon, and they didn't have the internet like we do where we can look up information and fact check easier. So for all of them, it's like, ooh, communism bad, communism scary. And on top of that, they have the fucking neoliberal brain rot where they see the US as, oh, USA #1, we're the fucking world power. We decide what the fuck is up. You know what I mean? And so they're playing these fucking power moves, literally risking, like, with no exaggeration, risking nuclear fucking annihilation to have a dick swinging contest. And that's what it is, man. That really is what it is. You have the shit going on in Ukraine and Russia, and you have the shit going on with China and Taiwan. And China feels emboldened by the situation in Ukraine to kind of try to assert their dominance over Taiwan. Now, my opinion on Taiwan is that if we were having this conversation like 40, 50 years ago, I would say that China does have a right to take back Taiwan, because way back then was when Taiwan was like a dictatorship, and the only reason Taiwan existed was because the old Chinese dictatorship lost to the communist revolution and fled to China and installed the dictatorship on the island. And, you know, they were basically, you know, like, no, we're the real China. And the communists were like, no, we're the real China. And so, I mean, the communists won. They took over the whole fucking country. And Taiwan was like the last stronghold for the dictatorship. But fast forward to modern times, and Taiwan is just obviously its own thing now. It's like it's a democracy, or at least it's a democracy as much as countries are in our geopolitical landscape. You know what I mean? And now they do kind of have their own distinct culture and whatnot. So it makes it like, in my eyes, like, it just doesn't make sense for China to take back Taiwan. And they're really only doing this as kind of like a honor almost, not honor, but like, I mean, they're basically just being dicks. They're like, this is ours, it's always been ours, and fuck you, which is like typical imperialist bullshit. You know what I mean? So let's get back into the article. The Chinese embassy in Washington called on the U.S. to revoke the deal or face countermeasures. Spokesman Liu Pingyu said the deal severely jeopardizes relations between Washington and Beijing. China will resolutely take legitimate and necessary countermeasures in light of the development of the situation, he added. Beijing sees the self-ruled island as part of its territory and insists it should be unified with the mainland by force if necessary. That's what I was trying to get to. It's like this, like, kind of like, it's like a Chinese cultural kind of thing where they want unification of the mainland. It's like, it's just got deep roots in their history and the way that they see the world. You know what I mean? Let's see. It launched large-scale military drills around Taiwan last month, it being China, following the American delegation's visit. The U.S. arms sale agreed on Friday still needs to be voted on by the strongly pro-Taiwan U.S. Congress. The package includes a $655 million radar warning system and a $355 million for 60 Harpoon missiles, which are capable of sinking ships. It includes $856 million for Sidewinder surface-to-air and air-to-air missiles, according to the Pentagon's Defense Security Cooperation Agency. A spokesperson for the Department of State said that the deal was essential for Taiwan's security and called Beijing to cease its military, diplomatic, and economic pressure against Taiwan and instead engage in meaningful dialogue. The U.S. being hypocrites as usual, bro. Like, sending, what is that? Is that literally more than $1 billion worth of fucking weapons of mass fucking murder and destruction is the definition of military pressure. You know what I mean? On top of sanctions they've done against China, on top of Nancy Pelosi literally going to their enemy's territory to be like, oh, we got your back. Oh, you guys are great. Fuck China. It's like they're projecting. They're literally projecting. Like, it's insane, man. And like I said, they're playing games with all of our lives to try and beat China in an imaginary fucking game. You know what I mean? It's sickening, man. It's sickening. And like I said, tensions are rising, man. All this type of shit is just going to become more and more and more common as the years go on, as governments don't give a fuck about the people that they're supposed to be protecting and taking care of, and they focus on their stupid bullshit, man. Like, it's just fucked up, man. It's crazy. All right, so we've talked a little bit about the world in terms of geopolitics and all that crazy shit. Now we're going to switch on over to climate change. And it has been a fucking doozy the past month or two, man. Like, it's starting to get to the same level as gun violence in the US, where it's like, it's so common that it just feels normal now. I mean, I remember when I was a kid and the weather was completely different. Like, I don't know if it's just like kid goggles or whatever, but the weather was 100% a lot more predictable. You know what I mean? I grew up in Boston, and summers were usually like in mid 70s, low 80s. You know what I mean? We got a lot of rain and all that stuff, but now it's like summer lasts a long ass fucking time. It's like fucking 90 degrees half the time. Rain like a motherfucker. and like, and I mean, Massachusetts has it easy, bro. Just look at the shit that we're about to look at, man. Like, okay, so we got an article from CNN. A flash flood emergency in northwestern Georgia is at least a 1 in 200 year event. It doesn't snow until like January in Boston now. LOL, it's nuts. You close to Massachusetts, bro? You in Massachusetts? I mean, I haven't lived there in a minute, but I went to go visit my family. Let's see, from like January to around like April, May. Dude, that is so fucking crazy, man. I lived in Cherry Valley, which is like literally like 2 minutes away from Whistler, bro. We're probably fucking neighbors, dude. That's crazy. But yeah, no, I get what you mean, bro. Like the weather is fucking nuts up there. It's getting hotter. I wouldn't say, I mean, it's getting a little drier. I feel like it rains a little bit less, but I mean, I definitely don't like it, bro. I'm in Colorado right now, and like, it's usually like in the high 70s here, and it's better because it's dry, but like, I hate the heat, bro. I'm a hairy fucking caveman. I hate that shit. I need it to be cold. All right. Today was the second time it rained. Holy fuck, dude. Are you serious? That's insane, man. Bro, I was just in Texas, and it was like in a fucking apocalypse zone out there, bro. Like, I was in San Antonio, way, way, way down close to Mexico, and it was literally like 105 degrees every goddamn fucking day. And I was actually living in my van down there for like a month, bro. It was brutal. I literally felt like I was in some fucking Mad Max shit, man. It seriously is the end times. It's not the end times, dude. It's like, it reminds me of like fucking, I don't know if you've seen the movie Apocalypto, bro, where it's like this crazy fucking shit that's happening, but it's the beginning of the start of like the new era in human progress. I really think that, man. I really do. But shit, let's get into the article. So, a flash flood emergency in northwestern Georgia is at least a 1 in 200 year event. And this article is on CNN by Teresa Waldrop and Haley Brink. Some weird fucking names today, dude. What the fuck? Like we're in a fucking cartoon. All right. So rainfall in parts of northwest Georgia Sunday has been so heavy, CNN weather estimates it is at least a 1 in 200 year event. Portions of Chattanooga and Floyd counties have received 10 to 13 inches, with more rain coming. These amounts have resulted in catastrophic flash flooding, and a flash flood emergency continues in that area, the National Weather Service office in Atlanta said Sunday. Rainfall as much as 2 inches an hour are possible into Sunday evening, the Weather Service said, and more is expected into Tuesday. Preliminary assessments from county emergency management agencies and the Georgia Emergency Management and Homeland Security Agency indicate a need for assistance in the impacted counties, the order read. So, I mean, I bring up this article and we're going to get to more shit too, man. Like, I feel like there's some fucking crazy ass biblical shit going on, dude. Like, so much floods, dude. Like in Georgia. And like I just learned about this shit today, that the one in Georgia, like there's one in Kentucky, there's one in Pakistan that literally like basically leveled the fucking country, dude. Like this shit is insane. Let's bring up this video and check out the shit going on in Kentucky, man. Like I'm telling you, man, like, and a lot of Americans are under the impression that like we're invincible because that's like the propaganda that gets pushed out by the State Department, but we are not, man, and people are fucking hurting, and the infrastructure is not up to snuff when it comes to this shit, bro. Let's check it out.
Kentucky is the epicenter tonight of the nation's latest extreme weather disaster. At least 16 people have died in flooding that rewrote the record
God damn, man.
and ravaged neighboring states as well. Amna Nawaz has our report.
The town of Garrett, Kentucky is hardly recognizable, inundated by torrents of rainwater
Fucking
that flooded
crazy,
streets
man.
and wiped out homes and businesses. Rachel Patton was caught in the deluge.
Everything's gone, like everything is gone. The whole life is gone.
Her mother,
Oh shit. I couldn't imagine that,
search and
man.
rescue
Like
team,
I've been lucky to not have to deal with that shit in my life, but it's just fucking brutal, man. Like, and like the climate catastrophe is already here, man. And if we don't buckle down, be civilly disobedient, and kick our fucking government's ass into gear, it's gonna kill us all, man. It's not gonna kill us all, but down the line, bro, like 30, 40, 50 years from now, it's gonna be like shit you can't imagine if we don't get this fixed. And it could lead to the end of the fucking human race, man. Like, like wars over water and food. That shit is coming if we don't buckle the fuck up and buckle down and get our shit together, bro. For real, man. For real. It's always fucking sad to see shit like this. People's lives fucking destroyed, man. And like I said, the government doesn't do shit to help them. The infrastructure is inadequate because water wars are super, super close, dude. Fucking dumb bitch. What's her name? Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was already talking about that shit, dude. Like, and like it kind of flew under the radar, but she literally was like, "Yep, water wars are coming." So they know this, and think about that. They know this, and they're still not doing enough to actually stop it because they are so fucking controlled by the corporations, man. And that's what I was gonna say. Fucking the infrastructure is fucked up because it's run by private companies. I think it was either Georgia or Kentucky. I think it was Kentucky. The entire fucking water system in one of the big cities down there got fucked up, and it's just not working because they don't put in the repairs, because the best way to make money off of water is to make the pipes as cheap as possible and don't do shit with them for 100 years until that shit breaks down. You know what I mean? Like, that's why the US looks like the roads, you know, bro, you're from Massachusetts. The roads in Worcester literally look like fucking, they got carpet bombed. Like, you gotta have fucking off-road tires to ride on that shit, dude. It's fucking crazy.
On oxygen.
Search and rescue teams backed by the National Guard are still searching for missing
God
people.
damn.
But determining the exact number of missing has been a challenge, as many people were stranded without cellular service. And
the entire west side of the country gets electricity and water from a dry Lake Mead. Jesus, man, I didn't even know that, man. It's fucking crazy, dude. Like I hate to sound like a fucking like bum on the side of the road with the end is nigh sign, but like shit is gonna get fucking insane, and people need to buckle up, dude. Like, the preppers were right, dude, but instead of prepping, we gotta do mutual aid, bro. We gotta make our own gardens. I mean, like, what we really need to do is fucking make a coalition of people to get this fucking government out of here and get one that's fucking not insane, you know what I mean? You said the lake's level has fallen nearly 160 feet since July 2000 and 26 feet since July 2021. Fucking insane, man. We gotta start investing in the shit that is gonna get us out of this, man. And like, not even investing, man. We've got to start treating people in the world like they matter more than the system and the profits, dude. Like, until we do that, until the system fundamentally changes and is structured around human happiness and human decency and helping each other, it's going to continue to be like this. And that's just the way it is, bro. But it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be. We're going to start coalitions. We're going to build communities. And we're going to get rid of these stupid fucking people who are in power, man. I believe in my generation, the millennials. I mean, I guess I'm a millennial. I'm fucking 25. I'm like fucking millennial zoomer, I guess. I don't know. But I believe in our generation. I believe in the generation after me and the generations beyond. They are going to learn from the mistakes that our parents made, our grandparents made, and that we make, and get this shit better, dude. That's what's going to happen, man, because humans can be stupid, humans can be selfish, but at the end of the day, when there are crises or whatever, we buckle down and help each other out and get shit done, man. And you see all around the world that leftist fervor is growing and people becoming more politically aware, and they're becoming more empathetic to the plight of people around them. And that's always good to see, man. That's always good to see.
Many are in areas still inaccessible to the crews.
We know we've got folks now that we can't get to. they've got water in their homes and they're trapped, and we just can't get to them because the water.
Fucking crazy, man.
The historic floods struck in some of the state's smallest and poorest areas. As much as a foot of rain has fallen in eastern Kentucky in the last week, in counties near the borders with Virginia and West Virginia. By this morning, more than 33,000.
So many fucking lives just ruined over this shit, man. And I've been all around, man. Like, I used to live in my van and drive around and shit. Like, the South has some of the most underdeveloped fucking places in the country, man. Like, I remember, let's see, maybe a couple of months ago, earlier this year, I was driving through, damn, where was I? I was in Kentucky. I was driving in Kentucky, and there was this chick who, like, stopped me. Or, like, I was at a gas station, and she came over and was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. She was, like, homeless. Hey, blah, 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 blah. Can I do this? Can I do that? So, you know, I ended up driving her to some fucking guy's place. Don't ask me what the fuck was going on, man. I was just trying to be a good person, bro. There was definitely some fucking sketchy fuck shit going on, but that's besides the point. Like, I drove to this fucking dilapidated area, fucking all the way out in the boonies, dude. And it's like, it's literally like they're living, like it's like a caricature of what you think the South would be, dude. Just fucked up shack houses, a bunch of fucking good old boys everywhere, bro. And like, I don't have any hate towards like Southerners or whatever, bro. That shit's just kind of funny, you know what I mean? Like, I lived in Georgia for like 7 years, bro. So like, I got love for them. It's just it's fucking crazy, man. In places like that, I don't see how they could fucking recover, man. I really don't, especially with not like the National Guard or just the government. I know they're sending a National Guard in some places in Kentucky to save people, but like, what are they going to do after that? There's just going to be more and more homeless people, more and more despair, man, because we just aren't at the point in America where our government really even gives a shit. Like I said, it's all about the money, man. It's all about the money.
People had no power, and many also lost water service.
Hello, everybody.
Today, Kentucky's Governor Andy Beshear prepared his state for more grim days ahead.
It's right now.
You said, hey, yo, what's up, bro?
Looks like it's going to rain a lot Monday, maybe Tuesday. So we will continue to watch that. But everybody out there, have a safety plan for when that comes. We don't want you to have to go through this twice.
Yeah, they have they're telling them to come up with a freaking individual safety plan. Shouldn't they have already had a safety plan for this shit to happen, man? You know what I mean? Like that, like, it's just a dysfunctional government, man. They don't plan for anything. They don't fix anything. So when crises come up, it's like, well, fuck you, man. Figure it out.
In the meantime, the rescue effort goes on around the clock. Beshear predicted the damage will take at least a year to rebuild. Meanwhile, a similar story in parts of western Virginia and southern West Virginia.
That's what I'm saying, man. All fucking over the place, man. All over the place.
Issue emergency declarations in the hardest hit areas. And more rainfall in St. Louis last night and into today.
Look at that, dude. Look at that shit, bro. Isn't this a state government issue, though? Yeah, I mean, definitely, man. I mean, that's kind of what I was saying, you know what I mean? Where, like, they expect, like, whatever that fucking jackass who was just on was like, make sure you have an individual plan and this and blah, 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 blah. And when it's like, bro, you should have the plan. You should already have the infrastructure in place to prevent this type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, but, I mean, I'm saying what everybody on the fucking internet is saying. Like, they don't give a fuck, especially most of 99% of politicians are thus just there because they see it as a career and not an area of public service, man. And when you don't have people publicly serving, the public gets fucked up. That's just the way it is, man.
Storm topped the daily rainfall record set back in
fucking
1915.
Crazy. Well, shit. There's Kentucky, bro. Now take a look at fucking Pakistan. No exaggeration, that shit is apocalyptic, dude. Like, I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna look up some figures, bro, because it's truly fucking insane. Shit, give me a second. There you go. fucking insane. And they already had fucked up infrastructure to begin with because, you know, they're not the richest country in the world, man. It like basically, like I said, it basically fucking leveled them. Look at these fucking photos. Do you see that? It's like brand new fucking lakes and rivers forming before our eyes, bro. Shit that's supposed to take like fucking 100,000 of years just happening in a fucking day. This article right here, man, more than a third of fucking Pakistan is underwater. Imagine if the third of the United States was underwater, bro. This shit is fucking crazy. Floods literally fucking everywhere. Look at that shit. 1,100 people dead, including 380 fucking children, man. That's just fucking sad. And the thing that's especially shitty is that these countries, I guess quote unquote third world countries, have almost nothing to do with climate change. So, I mean, it's just another way that the industrialized first world countries fuck over the little guy, man. Like, it's insane. It's like, it's almost like warfare, you know, like being inflicted on these countries, and they're powerless to do anything about it, man. All they can do is fucking pick up the pieces and try, you know, with the little bit of resources that they have. Seriously fucked up. God damn, man. Jesus. Huh. Well, shit, man. We're done with the fucking heavy shit now. We're gonna move on to some fucking fun stuff and not fret about the fucking world ending. We got a great fucking video of some Patriot Front fucking quirked up white boys doing the most over here, bro. Trying to start the fucking revolution, but unfortunately it's the fascist revolution. Check it out. Look at these fucking guys. I gotta give them props though, you know what I mean? Like, this is the type of shit that leftists should be doing, except less freaking LARPy and stupid. I mean, what we should be doing is like making community aid centers and political action fronts, and I do think like self-defense fronts as well, you know what I mean? Dude, I know. Look at this shit. We're gonna take them on. We're gonna overthrow the government. We're gonna play Ring Around the Rosie. That'll fuck them up good. Jesus fucking Christ, man. And it's funny too. A lot of these dudes, when you talk to them, they're not the worst people in the world. Most of them are actually pretty fucking cool. God damn it. Hold up. God fucking damn it. My fucking camera battery died. Give me 1 second. I'll still stream. I just gotta fucking plug in my battery. Give me 2 seconds. Alrighty, I'm back. You're just gonna look at the fucking webcam utility for now. Shit, man. Let's keep it on going. God damn, man. They need to just fucking play some airsoft, bro. That would get it all out of them. I swear to God. You know they're thinking, dude, this is so badass. I cannot wait to put this on YouTube. And the funny thing is, a lot of the right wingers are like, oh, holy shit, dude, you guys are awesome. It's like, come on, man. Get back in the office, Larry. Come on, you're not a super soldier. Yeah, man. Too funny. All right, now we're getting to the good stuff. I wish my fucking camera didn't die right here, but it's okay. I'll plug that shit back in like 20 minutes so you can see me react to this shit. But now we're going to be taking a look at Steven Crowder and his definitely good take on this drag show where basically some leftists, I'm assuming they're leftists, came in with guns and did the same shit that the right-wingers do. They came to a place with guns expressing their Second Amendment right, which they love to fucking talk about, and now every fucking right-wing retard on the internet is in a tizzy over it. So let's check it out.
Drag to Kids to Pride event. Organizers promoted. This is the Drag to Kids to Pride event. Organizers promoted it as a family-friendly drag show.
It's glitter, it's fun, and it's a show. It's all for a great cause. It's a G-rated drag show.
Coming out of the closet means when you tell everybody that you're gay.
Dude, like, conservatives think that being gay is something like inherently sexual, you know what I mean? So that's why they're always like, oh my god, kids around gayness, what the fuck? Like, it's just stupid. It's like, it's just caveman fucking thinking, dude. It's like, they're different than me and I don't like it.
It's something that gay people have to do.
Desmond, you're one of the youngest and first drag queen/kids.
It's come to a world where drag kids actually exist.
And people do ketamine.
I mean, what they're trying to display, I mean, they're literally just making fun of children. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fucking stupid, dude.
On the couch.
And they all go marching in the big parade.
Anything but that. Please, anything but that.
What's that?
I was talking to the owner's wife, and she said explicitly that there are children in there. They've given everybody a wristband for under 21 and over 21.
Drag shows that brand themselves as child-friendly or all-ages welcome have been popping up across the country, from Palm Springs to Dallas. So we all know it was only a matter of time before one showed up in suburbia, USA, and that's exactly what happened this past weekend in Roanoke, Texas. Newly opened Anderson Distillery and Grill decided to get in on this underage action and host their own child-friendly...
I know, dude. I know. It's so fucking ridiculous, dude. I just pause to say it's like they care about such stupid fucking shit. It's like, and they can't wrap their head around just shit. I mean, like, a drag show is literally just entertainment, man. Like, it can be sexual, it cannot be intersexual, it cannot be sexual. It's all about the fucking context, dude. To sit here and cry about it, it's just so goddamn fucking pointless. You said, like, there's trafficking and other crazy stuff happening in the USA, but they would never tackle that. Exactly, man. They love human trafficking, dude. They love all that shit. You know, fucking Matt Gaetz, the fucking congressman, is the biggest fucking human trafficker around, dude. You know what I mean? They love that shit. And it's literally all projection, dude. Like, they're like, oh my god, we've got to protect the children. And like the people who say that the loudest, they're always fucking pedophiles. They're always rapists. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like Steven Crowder, dude. Do you know how many times this man has dressed in drag for a quote unquote joke? This dude just needs to come out of the fucking closet already, dude. I swear to God.
That's the key word here. Child-friendly drag show on Sunday, August 28th. Of course, this raised some concerns online, especially in the conservative-minded Roanoke, closed-minded Cretans. So the owner took to Facebook.
Yeah, it's like, yes, and closed-minded Cretans. Exactly, dude. They can't just let people have fucking fun, dude. It's like, God, man. Exactly, bro. He said we have to protect the children. Okay, then fund foster care and adoption agencies. They don't give a fuck about kids. It's like right-wingers. It's literally what you said, dude. They're just anti-left. Everything that the U.S. right stands for is just what they're against. You know what I mean? Like, maybe besides, like, lowering taxes and keeping brown people out of the country. It's like they're either against stuff or for really fucking shitty racist stuff. You know what I mean?
To assure everyone that the drag performances would be positively PG, John Hughes-esque. Now, of course, while I had absolutely zero reason to not believe this drag show would be PG as advertised, as a reputable journalistic outfit, I wanted to make
yeah, that's a good one, Crowder. Reputable.
Sure that I and my team was doing all of our due diligence. So I sent them out undercover as specialists to get the not so skinny on the drag show and see exactly how kid-friendly it was. My team's findings were, well, just watch.
How are y'all doing?
Oh my fucking god.
How's it going? Doing all right.
Dude, are you fucking serious? Antifa goon. Yeah, right, dude. If it was the exact opposite, if a right-wing fucking militia went to that drag show to intimidate them, Crowder would be fucking jerking his fucking dick off, coming at the thought of it, dude. Seriously. They're like, it's okay if I do it, but if you want to express your rights, oh my god, they're fucking maniacs!
Well, it's gonna be a busy day.
You guys got your own personal security.
Surprisingly, the first thing that greeted my team outside of the child-friendly distillery that was hosting the drag show was the overabundance of strapped to the gills Black Bloc and Antifa members surrounding said establishment.
Dude, are you listen to the way this man fucking frames this, man. This is the man who literally has fucking holsters and pistols on him at all times. What about that? I thought you guys love fucking open carry, man. They're just fucking expressing their rights, right? God, the hypocrisy could not be more obvious, man.
It says child-friendly like people decked out in tactical gear and pride flags. But my team needn't worry. FBI Director Christopher Wray assured us that Antifa is not a group. It's nothing more than an ideology.
We look at
yes, quite literally, yes. Child appropriate distillery, like Southerners don't take their kids to the bar. Exactly, man. Like, they're literally just contrarians, dude. They're fucking clutching their pearls, being like, oh, well, I never in my goodness. You do things I don't do, and you like things I don't like. Of like right-wingers don't have gun caches. Yeah, exactly, dude. They fucking love guns, man. And like for me, I'm not a lib, okay? Like I think guns are fine. Like I think it is actually fucking stupid to have the government have the monopoly on violence. But I mean, that being said, it's like we don't have good gun laws, dude. You know what I mean? Like they're really fucking shit, and that's why all this fucking craziness happens, man. You know what I mean? And I mean, on top of like just the general despair and psychology of that is in the American zeitgeist right now. It like leads people to do crazy shit. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, like I mean, like the motto of the right wing in America is we're hypocrites, we're projecting. Everything that I'm saying about you is something that I secretly do. Literally, man, literally. Fucking Steven Drag Queen Crowder over here, bro. All right, bro. I'll catch you.
Antifa as more of an ideology or a movement than an organization.
Y'all doing all right? We're not trying to start anything. We just want to see what's going on. What brought you out? So,
if they're not trying to start anything, and the guy's obviously not going to talk to you, then what are you doing, man? Like you're obviously just trying to start shit. You know what I mean? Like, and they act like and Antifa, Black Bloc, it's just fucking dudes there trying to fucking make sure these fucking idiots don't try to shoot up the place. You know what I mean? Like, but damn, I lost my train of thought, bro. Let's continue.
It seems that we're not being welcomed into here. We're not trying to start stuff.
Say, that seems...
Bruh, I mean, you're one of the biggest fucking conservative channels on YouTube. They probably know who you are. You're saying you're not trying to start shit. You start the video off literally making fun of children and basically accusing the people in this fucking brewery I can't fucking talk, of being fucking pedophiles and rapists and shit, dude. It's the literal definition of trying to start shit.
Like a pretty organized ideology. After all, though, it's hard to believe that 30 individuals showed up to the same event dressed in the same clothes and all following the exact same blueprint. Only thing missing is the gay gang signs.
Okay, what about the fucking 3%ers and all those fucking right-wing militias that are actually violent and have members who have done actual fucking terrorism? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh my god, it's just fucking exhausting at the level of fucking unself-awareness with these people, bro. It's fucking crazy.
Okay, well, you're free to protest as America, so please continue to do so.
Then go fuck off if they're free to protest. Like, what the fuck, man? It's just anything for content, man. Anything for content.
I cannot get a response from anybody. I don't know, we're just trying to talk to people, but it seems that none of them want to talk.
I don't see you guys' channel or anything like.
You can look at here, I'll give you the website.
What is it?
untblogs.art.blog.
Wait,
Yeah.
blogs.art.blog?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Cool.
All right.
Now, in the spirit of balance, I would be remiss if I didn't point out the counter-protesters, who also looked extremely intimidating.
What's going on here?
Right, but the whole point of the counter-protesters being there is to intimidate. You know what I mean? To be hateful. The reason why those dudes there with the guns, the reason why those dudes with the guns are there is literally to protect those people from these fucking assholes, because there's a precedent in the United States of right-wing fucking nut jobs going and killing people who don't agree with them. It's not that hard to understand. Look at that. Look at that. Fucking Karen at work, bro, trying to get people in trouble over fucking holding signs and shit. You know what I mean? Trying to police the fucking sidewalk. God, man.
What are the rules with the protest, just so we're clear on everything? I mean,
just everybody stay on their side.
Look at this fucking doofus, dude. He's like, excuse me, sir, they're being meanies and I don't want them next to me. You know what I mean? Like, what happened to... These people love freedom, right? They sure do fucking know how to show it.
And so far, it's been good. You know, as long as, they stay there, that's fine.
Are those actual weapons that have strapped on?
They look real. It's legal to have.
It is Texas.
Yeah. The only time we've had issues today.
Listen to these fucking parasites, dude. This bitch right here, she would cream her panties if the 3%ers showed up, dude. If the Proud Boys showed up, she'd be like, please fuck me with the gun, please. But someone she disagrees with, suddenly guns are really scary and violent. That's uncalled for.
Is when people migrate over to one side, so...
Or the opposing side.
Yeah.
So he's basically saying just every side needs to stay on their side. I know that's probably not actually what the legality of the Constitution says, but it probably makes the most sense for what's going on. So, we have some people trying to start stuff. The cops rolled through, the cops rolled out. I don't know. We'll be here. Let's hope nothing pops off.
If people are trying to start stuff, then why don't you show it? You have a bunch of fucking cameras, right? Like, always trying to hype shit up and make the left seem like they're fucking lunatics and crazy, dude. It's just fucking pathetic.
Off too much.
I went over there to talk to somebody I knew, right? You put your hands on me. Quit spitting. And all of a sudden, I get like 7 or 8 of them come up to me. 7 or 8 of them come up to me. Get off here. Get out. Get off this property.
Dude, you know that fucking asshole was just going over there, starting shit, trying to get on the fucking camera. Got exactly what he wanted, dude. So many of these right-wingers love attention, dude. They love it, man. That probably made his fucking day right there, bro. Made his fucking month.
Every day we should wake up and say, how can we make our country better?
Really? Really? That's what you do? That's how you think making your country better works, bro? By going to a fucking children's event and harassing the people there? Man, you and me got way fucking different priorities, man.
my whole thought process is let me have freedom of my speech too. You know, if somebody wants to change my ways, I'll listen to anybody. But you know what? Show me the respect to listen to my opinion.
It's hard to respect these people when they literally kill the people that they don't fucking agree with and want a fucking literal fascist theocracy. Like, you know, there's a limit to me respecting your shit. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as it impedes on my rights and my fucking well-being, I'm sorry, I'm not going to respect your opinion.
Okay, you know what? I don't have a problem with it, but all this is right here, they're just trying to get a TikTok view.
Because I've been praying to a God.
Oh my God, kissing? Oh no!
Of miracles. It takes a miracle to change a heart.
Your people are crazy. Y'all want to kill us all. So, no, you do.
He's not
All I
wrong.
can do is pray.
He's not wrong.
To talk to people. I hope you.
He came out to start shit, literally get this reaction to be like, look, see how crazy they are. It's like literally like a kid being like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah.
Go off. Get the out of here before we you up. Do it. What are they cheering for?
I don't know.
Cheering for the drag queens. How do you even... Well, at least it was just water.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, you should never fucking give these people the ammunition that they want. Like, I get that you're pissed off, but as soon as you start doing shit like that, then it's like, well, that just gives their bullshit more legitimacy. You know what I mean?
It's fine. It's fine. What brings y'all out here today? Who's your people? We don't know. Okay. What is happening in here? Why are there Antifa?
And notice how they haven't showed anything sexual or explicit. You know what I mean? Kissing is not fucking sexual. You wouldn't be like, oh my fucking God, that guy and girl are fucking kissing over there. What a bunch of fucking perverted fucks. You know what I mean? Like, nothing sexual is happening. But the beginning of this video, they made you think that they were fucking like giving lap dances to children and fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like, so fucking disingenuous.
I assume Antifa protesters with guns and anti-protest counter-protesters over there. Why?
So it's a drag show.
Right.
And the man who owns this distillery, his son is a drag queen.
Okay. You want to be gay? You want to drag queen? Go for it. You're not hurt. But adults. But don't involve a little 8-year-old girl.
Why not? There's literally nothing sexual about it. And I think it's actually good for children so they can see people expressing their gender identity in ways that make them comfortable. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong about that. It's good for children to experience things outside of their comfort zone and outside of their own personal belief system so they can be more tolerant and understanding of the world and people around them. You know what I mean?
You tell Susie, who's 11, Susie, you need a double mastectomy because you really want to be a boy. Susie doesn't know if she wants to.
That literally never happens, man. And the whole point is letting children allowing children to choose and discover their own identity at a younger age is so that they have less problems going forward. There is not a single fucking doctor in the country that does medical operations on children for sex changes at all. The very most they do is hormone blockers, which are reversible. So they have the time to understand who and what they want to be. It's that simple, man. But these people, despite what they always say, they fucking hate freedom, dude. And that's the truth.
Be a boy or not yet? Puberty blockers.
Probably didn't know what you wanted to eat for breakfast.
Right.
What we're hearing from over there is the child angle. They're saying this is a sexualization of minors, opening up children to things that they should not be seeing.
They're saying it, but I've yet to fucking see it. Where is it? Where's the sexualization?
I think they just don't know the full story because this is not about children. This is not about opening their eyes to this and making them see this. It's about support for his family and his.
Really? Is that really what's happening inside?
I mean, I think she's kind of wrong. I think the whole point of the event would probably be to, you know, make it a little bit more normalized and have fun and gather support for these types of things. You know what I mean? Not the best choice of words, but she's cute. I'll give her a pass.
And I teach middle school, so like it's important for my kids to know. Like, no, I love you because tomorrow you love him, and then you love her, and you're gonna love a tree the next day.
guys? Like 11 and 8. Oh my God.
I fought in the Army for 23 years.
So what's the problem? What is the problem? They're just saying exactly what I said. Like, it's just shit for them to see that's different. Shit for them to get experience from and have fun at and interact with the community and members of the community who aren't straight and cis. And that's as simple as that, man.
The point, so that y'all can do what you do and I can do, but don't involve children is all I'm saying. Just keep the children out of it.
Are there children in there?
I haven't been in there. I do not think so.
Oh my God.
If there are, they're with their families, and they're just enjoying a great time.
Like, who get, like, children actively being exposed to? What is sexual about that? I mean, her skirt is short, or his whatever, their skirt is short. Okay. You see that shit on the beach. Little freaking women in fucking thongs and bikinis and shit. Like, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? It's like nothing out of the ordinary, man. This is literally just fucking propaganda. Is she twerking? Like, is she twerking? Is she fucking grinding on dudes? No. She's literally just having a good fucking time. What is the fucking problem?
Clearly, it's fun for the whole family. Approved for all ages.
So are there children inside?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 of them. But these girls are all fully clothed. Okay. This is a PG performance.
Yeah, she was. Let's take a look back.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 of them. But these girls are all fully clothed.
I don't see any fucking pussy or asshole or penis anywhere. Literally see the same shit on the beach, if not worse, man. These people are just so fucking despicable, man. The way they try to demonize other people.
This is a PG performance. Like, it's family friendly. Well, I mean, I think it's just a lifestyle.
Well, crap. It's almost as if sexualization is the entire goal. Again, good, wholesome, family-friendly fun. Here's what...
Where, man? Where?
Montana tweeted out just 2 days after the event.
If you add me to your circle, I want to see something and puss and cock, I guess, or your most controversial take. Okay, are children allowed on Twitter? You know what I mean? Do these people monitor their children and make sure they're not exposed to sexual shit on the internet? Did she say this shit at the event, man? She's a fucking she's a grown-ass fucking person, man. They can say whatever the fuck they want, especially online, man. Like, go fuck off. Stop being a fucking dork.
You know, the town had their complaints. You know, there were some people that were very angry.
It's one of those things that, you know, and most of these people don't live here.
A lot of the businesses here are owned by the people in Trophy Club, but I mean, it's always been conservative because of that.
Like they were telling us earlier, this is the first show of the kind that's like that here.
I mean, they're just trying to make people who aren't conforming to these fucking dummies' worldview more comfortable, man. That's exactly what this does, man. And it's like, these people are, these conservative types here get uncomfortable when other people are comfortable, man. And it's just sad, man. Why can't you just let people live their life without all this bullshit, man? Like, Jesus. Hell yeah.
Keep Roanoke gay. I didn't know Roanoke, a city, could be gay. It's I'm sorry, but it's an inanimate object.
Shut the fuck up, dude. You know what they're saying, bro. Yes, gay people exist in your community, man. Zero F-tier joke. Shut the fuck up.
Nobody's gonna mind.
This is sick. What the fuck, man? This is fucked up.
They say when you're 18, do what you want, but they're saying if you're under 18, they shouldn't be here. What?
I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think it's weird, but I guess people can have their opinions, but it's just like kind of disrespectful to...
Do you see that weird fucking shit? just fucking giving a little fucking ocular pat down, bro, checking her out, being like, I mean, it's because of the fucking tattoos, because these fucking dum-dums are these fucking rock people. They're like, oh, tattoos, oh, lib. Fucking dumb, dude. Like, and it's like, they're all saying the same shit over and over again. Like, there's nothing weird about it. There's nothing sexual about it. It's just people having fucking fun, being who they want to be, man. And they made it friendly for kids so that they could have fun too. It's literally that simple.
Scream at people.
And like, dude, this guy is just a little fucking instigator, bro. He's there to start problems. Seeing this dude fucking up with all these people, you know that right before this fucking clip, he was saying some stupid shit or calling some people out, and then the fucking Crowder gang fucking cuts out the part where he starts the shit, and just where the reaction to his fucking stupidity is all they get. They try and paint him as the fucking bad guys, man.
What they're saying is that there's children in here, and this
music is so fucking stupid, man. Like, they try to make it all edgy, like, yeah, we're going undercover, we don't give a fuck, and it's just like, this dude's a fucking dork. He can't fucking talk to people. He's being mad awkward. Everyone in Crowder's gang is just a fucking nerd, dude. Like, come on.
exposing children to sexual content, and that is
thanks for the emoji. I love it. I'm gonna give you a little kiss for that. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you.
Not be happening.
Sexual.
I'll have the camera on in a minute, bro. I got a battery that's just fucking shitty. I gotta get a new one.
Happening in here.
And if you just tuned in, man, I mean, it's basically just fucking Crowder. He went to this fucking drag show, and there were armed people there trying to protect the drag show, and, you know, he's trying to be like, I mean, you know how it is. Fucking hypocrites, man. Like, oh, they have guns and they're so violent. Meanwhile, there's a fucking gajillion fucking right-wing terrorist attacks from militias, like, damn there every fucking day, bro. And, like, they're trying to be like, oh, this is fucking sexual and blah, 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 where it's like, I mean, maybe it was bad to pause right here, but I'm telling you, bro, like, there's, like, she's jumping, she's not fucking twerking, she's not grinding, she's dancing a fucking round, like, there's nobody exposing themselves, you know what I mean? You'd see way worse shit than this at the beach, bro. It's like, he's just a fucking contrarian who's trying to start shit and get people mad because it makes them money, man. It's as simple as that.
What's the difference between that and a children's beauty pageant?
No,
That's
like,
actually sexualizing children.
Exactly, man. That's way more fucked up than anything that's going on here, man. Children's beauty pageants are mad weird. You cannot convince me that the only reason that shit exists is for pedophiles to have a fucking spank bank too, dude. Like, that is creepy. And you know who loves that shit? Right-wingers. So, let's think about that for a minute. Let's fucking brew on that.
I'm not exactly sure you'd want to make that comparison, but do as you will.
Did anybody?
I'd love to make that fucking comparison, bro. Like, you're dressing up children, like, making them all purdy and judging them, dude. That's weird as shit. That's fucking creepy.
Ever watch Mrs. Doubtfire and enjoy that? Did anybody ever watch? There's tons of things on the TV. It's not. This
is like a comedy show, like Miss.
Did you see Will Smith? He did an apology video. Yeah, I mean, shit, man. That was old news before he even put that shit out, bro. He's just been stewing on that, like, damn, man, I gotta make a fucking comeback, bro. I might check that out after we're done with the fucking politics bullshit. So, stay tuned and follow me or else. Right now. But seriously, dude, I stream fucking basically every day, mostly politics and shit, but I'll do like video suggestions and shit too, bro. Let's keep it going.
Communism is based.
Hey, you're my boy, man. I want to give you another fucking big sloppy smooch for that one. Thanks, bro.
I think whenever there's like a like a sexual thing going on. There shouldn't be kids there.
Now, my team wanted to get more information about what the show's support.
So this whole time, like, they've been trying to frame it, oh, sexual shit going on, blah, 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 this and that. Dude, I'm telling you, literally nothing in this is sexual at all. Like, they tried to... Here. Man, I can't... You just gotta trust me. You got here late, dude. Like, Crowder's a fucking retard, man.
Orders, thought in regards to what constitutes sexual content or what have you. But every time we got to that point in the conversation, the Goon Squad, that's totally not an organization, just an ideology, mind you, stepped in.
It's usually the best stuff to talk about. Oh, sorry. I mean,
They're stepping in to let them know that Crowder is intentionally disingenuous. If you try to have a conversation with him and his fucking Goon Squad, all they're gonna do is twist your words and clip it to make you look bad, man. The people there who are armed, who are quote-unquote Antifa and black and ooh, scary leftists, they know what's up and they're trying to help other people out, man. And it's as simple as that, man. Like I said, if it was the other way around, Crowder would be fucking... He'd have Crowder would fucking chowder in his pants over it, bro. I'm fucking telling you, man. He would love it.
pulled away. Y'all have fun.
Hey, thank you for speaking with us. Appreciate it.
Luckily for us, not everyone was against explaining their views.
That guy in the gray shirt over there, I've been praying for him most of the day. He's under quite a conviction right now. And it may not happen today.
He's been praying. He's been trying to pray that gay away, boys.
But his heart will be changed. And because I've been praying to a God of miracles, and it takes a miracle to change a heart, I can't do it. All I can do is pray.
And he said,
when he said he can't do it, he means he can't have a change of heart and look at people who aren't like him with empathy.
said if you were willing to have a face-to-face conversation, he would do the same thing.
Sure I would.
Would that be something you would be willing to do?
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Okay.
I know how those people feel about me, and they put a bullet in my head.
She's exactly right, man. And look at this doofus. He's like, like, wait, I got it somewhere. Please be the right one. Yes. He's like, like, he's like, what the fuck? Like, and that's exactly it, though. And of course, I fucking missed my place. I'm a fucking retard. Damn, we got through most of the video, didn't we? Here we go.
They put a bullet in my head.
Why? Yeah, that's a good point. Why, dude? It's because you're fucking savages. Mean, they don't like me. I don't like gay sex, so nobody should like gay sex. That's literally it, dude. Like, fucking freakazoids, bro.
I promise you I will not.
Well, you're strong and you're strong.
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, let's see how this goes.
There's no G-strings or anything like that. There's no child abuse going on at all inside.
In
He's
your
not
heart,
wrong.
You can tell me that children need to be taught this.
The only thing they're being taught is to fucking chill out and not judge people. What is so wrong with that, man? These people have a lot of fucking hate in their heart that they confuse as love, man, for real.
In my heart, I can tell you that there's an openness to this, yeah.
Exactly.
Hit with this in classrooms.
Is it in a classroom, man? And it's not in a classroom, bro. Like, they're making up shit. They move the goalposts when they're like, well, oh shit, he might be right. Oh, no. What about this? You know, it's always that way because they don't want to change their mind. They just want to be stuck in their own bullshit, stupid fucking ways, man.
Should it be taught, transvestite?
I don't believe children are taught that in classrooms.
And I teach middle school, so like it's important for my kids to know.
Not great so far.
I'm going to pray for this guy's heart.
Hey, you don't have to pray for me.
It'll change. I promise you. It may be in a dream tonight.
We're going to not agree on that ever.
Well,
women in leadership.
Wait, what did this man say?
Need to be taught this in your heart.
In my heart, I can tell you that there's an openness to this, yeah.
Do you believe that children should be hit?
Children are taught that in classrooms.
And I teach middle school, so like it's important for my kids to know.
Not great so far.
I mean, you have to think about what she would be saying about it, man. That it's okay to express yourself in ways that are different than the norm. Oh my God, somebody lock her up. She's a fucking pedophile.
I'm gonna pray for this guy's heart.
Hey, you don't have to pray for me.
It'll change. I promise you. It may be in a dream tonight.
He said he's gonna make this dude not gay by fucking invading his dreams with God shit, bro. That's kind of sinister, bro. What the fuck?
We're gonna not agree on that ever.
Well,
women in leadership.
And I'm gonna continue to pray for you.
I'm sure you believe that Nancy Pelosi also doesn't belong in a leadership position.
Thank you very much for talking.
I mean, that's 100% true. I mean, we got a freaking lib brain over here, so I can't give him too much credit. Nancy Pelosi is a fucking geriatric fucking bag of bones, dude. She's a fucking capitalist to her core, bro. She doesn't give a fuck about you.
Both of you to be safe. I don't know what's going to happen here, so I just don't want anybody to be. Okay. Hey, thank you again very much.
This has nothing to do with why I'm here.
Well, why are you here then?
I'm praying for you.
Why? I don't need prayer, sir. I am good. My relationship with God.
Right. Do they think that this makes them look good, bro? You know what I mean? It's just like dudes being assholes, being like, you're a piece of shit, and we're gonna pray that your disgusting freaking gay soul doesn't burn in hell, bro. Like, yeah, these guys are great. These guys are fucking awesome, man.
My relationship with God is completely on my own. I hate the fact that you probably have cheated on your wife multiple times. I hate that. I hate that for you.
Oof, he's getting them, bro. He's cutting it where it hurts, man. He's calling out that motherfucking hypocrisy.
I hate that for you. I hate the fact that your wife has probably cheated on you multiple times. You know what? You've been, married 60 years probably? I'm sure there's been some infidelity there.
And it's like, they're trying to show this guy as being like an asshole or whatever. It's like, but these guys are not the instigators, man. These guys are out here literally to try and shut down people like him's existence. You know what I mean? So it's like, if he wants to go off, man. It's a marketplace of ideas. And if you can't handle that, hey, fucking move to some country that you love to shit on that doesn't have freedom of speech. You know what I mean?
You are not perfect in your marriage. What was your first name? Kevin.
You hear that, bro? You hear that, bro? Like, he's trying to... These people are fucking grimy, man.
Pray for me all you want. The book of James is my
so
favorite
disrespectful.
book. God, Jesus, the holy man, everything. I have a relationship with him. Your people are crazy.
Kind of cringe, honestly. Having a relationship with freaking cartoon characters, basically made up make-believe people, is pretty fucking cringe. But hey, you do you.
Y'all want to kill us all? So, no, you do. You do. Yeah, you do. You do. You want us dead. You want us dead.
Well, that escalated quickly.
One girl just came over here and said she'll make out with me. She's just not against drag. She's just against drag queens. How do you do?
I don't get it, man. I don't. And they can't meme, dude. They don't know what the fuck is going on. They use stale ass shit from a gajillion years ago, and it doesn't even make any sense. Like, what does this have to do with anything?
Fellow kids.
We're not. Listen.
Of course, it wasn't long before the police.
See? So, whoa, wait. What's he about to say, bro? I know he's not about to be on that fucking A-cab, right?
Of course, it wasn't long before the police got involved.
Do I look cool?
Man, you see what I'm talking about, bro? It's like, and that tells me that Crowder and his fucking dopey fucking dummies are over there harassing people and inciting and starting bullshit, and the cops got called to stop them from doing their bullshit, man. Like, they're hypocrites.
Cool.
Texas, I'm from Minnesota, so
Okay, yeah.
I'm like, anything that's different, I'm like, we can make Texas blue.
Oh, so
there they go, trying to fucking scare the fucking conservatives. Oh my God, they're coming to take my beautiful conservative state. Anything but that. Tolerance and human dignity? No, please, no.
that's what this is all about. Hi, Beto. I mean, Robert.
Yes, literally, that's what it's always about. And it's not about Democrats. I mean, he might have said that, but it's literally just about tolerance, growing tolerance and acceptance by doing things that are difficult. And that is a difficult thing to do, is put on a drag show in a deeply conservative area like that. It's dangerous. and they're doing work to make sure that it becomes less dangerous and less destigmatized, man. It's just crazy, man. It's fucking... How can you be against just people living their fucking lives? Conservatives are such liars, man. They're the party of freedom. Fuck no, dude. They're the party of regression and hatred, man, for real.
Francis, just make sure that we shined a light on this loving family so that our fellow Texans understand what's at stake.
I actually appreciate the full disclosure here. When you go out to vote in November and you think of Beto O'Rourke, think this child-friendly drag show.
Dude, but where's the nudity, bro? Like, they're like, oh my God, something in the general vicinity of a titty. Somebody save the children. And like another big part of it is just trying to make like they show this picture because they want you to be like, oh my God, they're so fucking disgusting, they're so this, they're so that. It's like, they all look fucking fine to me, man. They're doing their own shit, living life, unlike you fucking in the closet Crowder, bro. Gayest motherfucker on the right. I swear to God he's gay, dude. There's no way he's not gay. He loves dressing up, dude. He was a theater kid, bro. Just come to the side that you were born to be on, man. You could be a cool bro.
Think this child-friendly drag show.
We're here, we're proud, we're queer unapologetically.
Hell yeah. You hear this music, they're like, oh my God, it's Satan's spawn here to poison your children. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. Like, what the fuck, dude? And then Crowder's like, we like the Dark Ages.
And just like Beto's rally in Livingston, most of the people with whom we spoke were not even from the area.
Who gives a fuck?
They just came in for
Who
the
cares?
event. They were imported. But
it doesn't. So what about the people who were there who are from the area? Because I know there were. Who cares if most of them weren't from the area? At least them coming here gives other people the opportunity to come out and have fun with people who are like-minded, and that's it, man. Why has everything got to be so fucking sinister?
Don't have to take my word for it. To further illustrate that fact, the mayor of Roanoke released a statement and personally emailed this to my team expressing the reaction and outrage from the Roanoke community. We will do whatever it takes. I think that's what he sounds like. We will do whatever it takes,
Shut the
working
fuck
with
up.
our county and state partners to maintain a culture of respect for families and in defense of our children.
A culture of respect. Like, trying to get people censored and kicked out of your town is the opposite of respect, bro. Like, do words not have meaning? Shit, man. All right, I'm fucking done with this video. Let's go on to the next one. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna put my fucking camera back in and hopefully stay on for a decent amount of time. We're back in fucking business, baby. Camera, right? That's good enough. Let's do it.
One moment, please. Thank you for calling Humana. May I have your name, please?
Juniper Curtis.
How may I help you today?
Basically, I'm transgender in Florida, so we just had the Medicaid ban and was trying to...
Yeah, if you don't know, in Florida, they just banned transgender healthcare, basically. Like I think for children and adults, man. It's like some serious fascist, crazy fucking shit, man. There's going to be a lot of people who commit suicide over it and just have worse struggles with mental health because they can't be the people they want to be. I don't know if they banned like hormones for the people who are already on hormones. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, man. This is gonna cause a lot of pain, man, over just fucking ignorance, dude. Straight up ignorance.
Figure out what's covered now, what's not, and that kind of thing.
Juniper Curtis is 23 years old and working for a software company to put herself through college, where she's studying psychology.
Oh, there's a ban on authorizations
For transgender patients.
transgender medication?
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't show me that it's been banned, but it does show me it's unable to display any alternatives at this time.
Damn, man. I can't even imagine, man.
Juniper came out as trans 2 years ago, and shortly after, started treatment that doctors use to help patients who experience gender dysphoria, the overwhelming disconnect between their gender identity and sex assigned at birth.
I tried so hard for so long to make what people thought I was supposed to be work. I decided instead I would just attempt to end my own life.
And that's what they don't understand, man. Like these conservatives, it's literally life and death, man. Like, it's not about, I mean, like with the conservatives, it's just all about judgment, man. Like, they automatically assume that if you're transgender, that you were like molested, or you're a fucking weirdo, or you're a pedophile. And like, I mean, even if all that were true, minus the pedophilia, it's like, so what? This is how people are dealing with the things that they're dealing with. And most of the time, it's not even about that, man. It's just people who get boxed into these made up identities. And people can't stand people who try to develop outside of those boundaries, man, because it scares them and it makes them question their own identity, and people hate that. Or at least, in my experience, right-wingers hate that.
And sort of came to the acceptance that it couldn't be worse to go through trying to transition, no matter how like hard it would be.
What was it like when you started hormones?
As close to magic.
And that's how it is, man. That's how it is. It's like, for these people, it's painful to live a lie, man. And makes it even worse when you have so many people who are actively hostile towards you. I'm telling you, trans people are fucking brave for doing the shit that they do. They move all of us in a direction that's kinder and more wholesome, you know? And it sucks that they're just fucking under attack, especially this year, man. The right-wingers are just going fucking crazy with the bullshit, man.
As I think anything can be. Within
God damn, I'm sweating.
Just everything felt correct.
On August 21st, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' administration cut all Medicaid coverage for gender-affirming care.
Jesus,
the very
man.
treatment that Juniper describes as magic.
They talk about these very young kids getting gender-affirming care. They don't tell you what that is.
Yes, they literally do, man. All gender-affirming care is for children is counseling, having them use the pronouns that they want to use, and in some cases using hormone blockers, which again is reversible. They don't chop their fucking dicks off or give them fake dicks or cut their titties off or give them fake titties. That they only do that for people who are 18 and can make those decisions, man. All that having gender affirming care for children does is just makes the transition easier, and it helps them understand who they are better and have the freedom to choose who they want to be. That's literally it.
Gender-affirming care includes a range of treatment. Before puberty, it's just counseling. Then for some patients, hormone blockers, which pause the production of testosterone or estrogen. After that,
What I just said,
some
man.
undergo hormone therapy, which adds replacement hormones to help with the transition. And eventually for some, sex reassignment surgery. Can you afford hormones?
And again, sex reassignment hormones only for adults. Look it up. There's no fucking state in the country that allows sexual reassignment surgery for minors.
If it was just that, maybe. But I have to get, doctor's appointments and blood work every 3 or 4 months. That adds up. And I also was fairly far along in the very lengthy process of getting surgery approved.
Shit, hold on to me.
was fairly far along in the very lengthy process of getting surgery approved. And then this happened, and so it was crushing.
What would it mean to you to be able to get that surgery?
It would make me feel complete, make me feel safe, make me feel comfortable in the world around me versus this sort of...
She seems like such a sweet person, man. And these are the type of people who just get fucked the worst in life, man. Dude, look at her, man. All she's trying to do is live her life free of the bullshit, man. And you can just see it on her face, man. She's gotten so much bullshit in her life, and just for being her, man. How can you see stuff like this and just not care? And I mean, and the thing is, especially with the trans stuff, it's either the right wingers will think that they're helping the person and that they're crazy and blah, 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 or they just don't look at this shit because they never look at anything that challenges their fucking reactionary worldview, dude.
Ever present feeling of just one thing being off.
Up until recently, Florida was one of 27 states that explicitly provided Medicaid coverage for gender-affirming care, care which nearly every major medical organization agrees is life-saving. But with increasing anti-trans rhetoric, legislation, and non-traditional...
DeSantis is such a fucking, just a snake, dude. I don't get how people fall for that fucking used car salesman bullshit, man. You could just see in his smug fucking face and in his eyes that he truly is the definition of just a fucking slimy career politician, dude. All of it is a political calculation, dude. He doesn't give a fuck about any of it unless it helps his bottom line, man. And he's ruining people's fucking lives over money and power, dude. Fucking disgraceful.
Policies, lawmakers are doing anything they can to strip healthcare from the trans community. 8 other states already banned government funding for this care. Dr. Michael Haller, chief of pediatric endocrinology at the University of Florida, testified against this ban.
How would you describe this new rule?
This new rule is a political attack on
exactly,
a
man.
marginalized population that's being used.
Just for cheap political points, dude. Like, that's literally all it's for, man. They throw people like DeSantis and, you know, fucking, I can't fucking think of other people off the top of my head, but people like DeSantis, they throw their base a bone, you know what I mean? They do the fucking anti-woke identity politics bullshit so they don't have to actually help their constituents, man. You know what I mean? It's just same old fucking game that's been played fucking ever since the neoliberal order got installed, man. For real.
Purely for the purposes of stirring a base. It's cruel and unusual punishment for a group that's done nothing other than try to exist.
Literally just exist, man.
In a situation of having to choose between, you know, buying food or paying rent or buying their medication.
Right, man. And that's how it is, man. Like, could you imagine you're like 2/3 of the way through transitioning and then all of a sudden the government forces you to stop, man? How horrifying and anxiety inducing and just how terrible you would feel just regressing after making all of that progress, man. Unless you have the money, which most people don't. It's like, Jesus Christ.
After lawmakers refused to outlaw gender care for trans youth, the Surgeon General petitioned the Board of Medicine. This is a group of 15 doctors appointed by the governor who set the standard of care in the state. They agreed to start a rulemaking process, which could ban gender-affirming care for all trans kids, regardless of their insurance.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. That's insane.
Our kids commit suicide. I'm a mom.
That's exactly what it is, man. Like, I guarantee you trans suicide is gonna fucking skyrocket because of this stupid fucking shit.
I'm a parent. I'm a provider. You do not do this to children.
God damn, man.
The state has doctors, including endocrinologists, who testify on their side. Who are these doctors?
Well, in the case of the Medicaid decision, the state has very clearly selected physicians who are anti-trans.
Right, exactly, man. It's like you have this fucking cabal of fucking right-wing ghouls and a lot of state legislators, and they just create the narrative that they want to create to pass their fucking deeply unfucking popular anti-freedom bullshit, man. It's like just a big fucking gang. And I mean, it also has to do with like the legacy of white supremacy, man, because you have these people who are white, and white people are generally conservative, and it creates this fucking disconnect from what people want and what they get in our government, man, because there's a power imbalance, and minorities and people who aren't the norm don't have a voice or don't have a proportionate voice and say in our quote-unquote democracy.
And are not representative of the larger population of pediatricians.
Exactly,
specifically for their review. When you bring those folks to the table, that it's clear you don't actually care to have a conversation. You just want to push your particular viewpoint forward as fast and as hard as you can.
Mm-hmm. And they're trying to do this because they know it's unpopular, man. This is exactly what fucking fascists do. When they have something that's when they're on the wrong side of history, when they have a point that's losing in the marketplace of ideas, they're like, oh, well, fuck you, we're going to do it anyway, and if you don't like it, we'll fucking kill you.
Advocates like Nicole Parker with Equality Florida are already seeing the impact of this ban on the community.
Of the trans people who you're talking to who have now lost their coverage, what are they going through right now, and what are they saying to you?
A lot of folks are distraught. A lot of folks are like, what am I
I
going
can't
to do?
imagine, man.
Right. To go back to
They're going to have to upend their entire fucking lives over this bullshit, dude. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
black market hormones. Taking away healthcare is not going to stop folks from being trans. It's just going to cause them to find different ways to get the care that they need.
Exactly, man.
Do you know anyone who's...
I mean, it's just like with abortion, man. It's like when you take healthcare away from people, when you take vital care away from people, they're going just to try to find different and often more dangerous ways to get the care that they need. And they do need this care, man. Like, the studies have been there for a long time. Trans affirming care leads to less suicide for trans people and gender questioning people, man. It's as simple as that. And our politics should be focused on human happiness, not your dumb, bigoted fucking ideology, man, and your fucking old ass fucking book made by fucking inbred farmers in the desert fucking thousands of years ago. Our morality has evolved and changed since then, man. Come on.
Had to go to the black market for drugs?
Myself, absolutely. In the beginning of my transition, I didn't know how to access healthcare.
You see what I'm saying, man? Like, I had no idea this fucking person was trans. You know what I mean? Like, and I say that to say it's like the people who attack people like her would have no idea either, man. And what it really is they don't like the people. I mean, they don't like any trans people, but they specifically, it's like a fucking high school child kind of thing where it's like, oh, they don't look like a girl, but they call themselves a girl, and I don't like the way they look, so fuck them, they shouldn't exist. Like, it's literally that simple for most of these fucking dummies, man. Like, it's like their caveman brain can't handle the fucking person just expressing themselves, dude. Come on.
In the beginning of my transition, I didn't know how to access healthcare. There were times I was taking too much estrogen, and I would get really, really dizzy. I would get really, really sick. There were times I couldn't even get out of bed. There were some times where I would stop taking estrogen because I would run out, and then your levels drop, and then you get depressed. I couldn't go to a doctor.
They don't think about this shit, man. They only think about what is immediately uncomfortable to them. You know what I mean? Like, there are fucking repercussions for this shit. You guys, I know you guys probably saw like that video of the state congressperson, I think it was, who was like, oh, I regret putting in this trigger abortion ban because, you know, he brought up, I think a story of like a teenager who couldn't get an abortion. And I don't remember the fucking story. I know you guys have already seen that shit, but it's like they don't think about the consequences of their actions, man. That's why it's called reactionary. They react without thinking. If they took 5 minutes to fucking think, if 35% of the population of the United States that's fucking conservative took 10 fucking minutes to do Google search and look into the shit that they're mad about, we'd be in a fucking utopia right now. But unfortunately, there's a subsection of the United States population that have like a cultural adverse reaction to intellectualism, man. It's like they're anti-intellectuals, and we need to do what we can to change that attitude within these freaking people.
And it makes me very scared for people. We're starting to see the suicidal rate go up. And what I mean by that is folks who are feeling suicidal, folks that are calling us and saying, if I'm not able to access this care, I don't know what I'll do.
Exactly, man.
Several organizations are preparing to sue the state of Florida over the ban on Medicaid coverage.
Politicians who have no...
See, and the thing that's funny to me, man, is like these conservatives and right-wing fucking goons always talk about how they hate the federal government and they want less government, but that's not what they want at all, man. Like, Medicare, Medicaid is a federal government thing, man. You know what I mean? And it's like they're using the federal government to punish people that they don't like. That's exactly what they want, man. They want to punish and stifle people who have ideas and ideologies and existences different than the conservative norm, and elevate these fucking unpopular ideas, man. They want to mold reality to fit their fucked up regressive worldview, man. And they use the federal government like a motherfucker to accomplish it, man. Don't ever believe them when they say they don't like the fucking federal government. They're the ones who like it the fucking most, man, because it serves them the most.
no earthly idea what the kind of medicine we're talking about are trying to dictate what we can do.
When politicians are telling you you can't treat your patients, do you ever think about the Hippocratic Oath?
I think about the Hippocratic Oath every day. Doing nothing can be extremely harmful to patients.
Right.
We don't do nothing when somebody comes into our office with a new onset of type 1 diabetes.
Right. I mean, it's just like, it's the same shit that we go through history over and over again. Like, you know, with mentally ill people, we used to treat them like they were fucking possessed by the devil, or they were just invalid and not worth our time. We used to treat gayness as a mental illness. And it's like, it's the progression of history and morality. And it's like I said, take 5 minutes to look this shit up and you realize, oh, I'm fucking stupid. Like, I'm literally just the contrarian fucking idiot that has stopped progress all throughout history. Maybe I should educate myself and learn something.
If we didn't give them insulin, we don't do nothing when somebody comes in with a malignancy. We treat them with chemotherapy or they would die. So similarly, when somebody comes in with gender dysphoria that's bad enough that they are having suicidal ideation or they can't live their best life, doing nothing is not an option.
Crazy, man. Crazy fucking shit, dude. I really hope that we get our shit together and fight for the fucking people who need the fighting, man. We gotta take back the levers of power in government, man. We really do. I see a lot of freaking leftists online who talk the talk but don't walk the walk, bro. You know what I mean? We need to be going out there, direct action, community organizing, getting people who think like us in power, just like the right-wingers do, so we can stop this fucking madness, this fucking roller coaster of fucking fascism and capitalism, and make the world the way it needs to be for people to be happy and whole, man. That's what we have to do. It's serious, man. It really is. Alrighty. All right, next one. Oh my god, I was looking forward to this. This is like, you'll see that a theme in today's stream is projection, man. Greg Gutfeld is the definition of projection, bro. The title of this fucking clip is "Comedians Have Turned into Political Hacks." Gutfeld. It literally, it literally sounds like the title is about him, bro. Just switch political and comedian. Not even that. Just switch. I mean, is he a comedian? No, I wouldn't call him a comedian. Shit, man. Let's get into this fucking video.
SNL and up a humorless. So how did SNL end up a humorless hell? Saturday Night Live alum.
It's not because of woke shit, I can tell you that, bro. SNL just has a bunch of fucking old ass dudes who want to try to fucking get in on that meme shit, and they hire fucking dummies like fucking Pete Davidson. I'm sorry if you're a Pete Davidson fan. I think he's a fucking idiot. Like, to just be like, oh, see, we're hip and we're cool and we're with it, man. And like, I think it's not really because of like identity politics and wokeness that they got fucking shitty. I think some of it has to do with like just the lib-brained fucking executives and showrunners who want to appear more woke and with it than they are, and so they inject that into SNL. I mean, like, I don't know. I've never really found SNL that funny. It's a type of sketch comedy that's just like the kind of shit where it's like they like look at the camera and raise their eyebrow and like, wasn't that funny? And it's just kind of cringy and fucking on the nose, dude. That's what I call just fucking lib humor, bro. You know what I mean? Clever, you know what I mean? But Greg Gutfeld is even worse than that because he's unfunny and he has bad opinions. So let's hear him.
Explains how the show got so dumb. Comedian Rob Schneider appeared.
What I love too is like every time he does this, you have a couple of people in the background being like, and oh yeah, and it's like, I don't know why they keep that in. It would have been better to just have them do a fucking laugh track, because it makes it sound like he's like in a room. He's like in a room and like there's a lot of people, but only like one or two of them find it funny. You know what I mean? So it's like, better luck next time, Gutfeld.
This week on Glenn Beck's podcast. Never heard of him, Glenn. You know? And reflected on the failing state of his former employer, Saturday Night Live. I bet he hates to crap on his old show.
Dude, you're really gonna take fucking pointers from fucking Rob Schneider, dude? Like the shittiest, stupidest, fucking worst comedian ever, man, trying to talk about why SNL isn't funny. That is the fucking pot calling the kettle black if I have ever seen it in my life, bro. What?
I hate to crap on my old show. When Hillary Clinton lost, which is understandable.
Yes. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Right. And then when Kate McKinnon went out there on Saturday Night Live in the cold opening, and I was like, she started dressed as Hillary Clinton, and she starts playing Hallelujah, and I said, I literally prayed to please have a joke.
Right. No, he's not wrong. That is some cringy lib shit. I think it's funny where it's like leftists actually have more in common with people on the right. I think at least, because liberals are literally in their own little fantasy world where they love the fucking, you know, Hamilton and fucking, civility and fucking button up the tie and be like, well, actually, you know what I mean? They're very fucking dorky, bureaucratic fucking losers, man. And it's always fucking cringy, dude. But right-wingers dislike it for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? They're like, all that lib shit is exactly what fucking wokeness and identity politics is, and it doesn't go any deeper than that. They just look at the base reactionary take. You know what I mean?
Joke at the end. Don't do this. Please don't go down there. And there was no joke at the end, and I went, it's over.
Oh my God.
He's not going to come back.
This is like every SNL skit. Please, is there a joke at the end?
I mean, honestly, they're not wrong, bro. But just wait. Gutfeld is going to say some really fucking stupid rightoid fucking bullshit. I'm waiting for it, and it's going to be fucking juicy.
And there never is. But he's not wrong.
But it's kind of like I said, it's literally projection, bro. Do you hear the shit that you're saying? That wasn't a joke. He's like, and it never is. I mean, like, that's just the fucking truth, bro. You know what I mean? You can have your fucking interns fucking yuck it up for you all you want, bro. It does not make you funny. Like, it's sad to watch this, bro, because it's just like, he's an old ass dude, and he's fucking just sitting there doing, like, being a lib without being a lib, bro. You know what I mean? Like, clever, aren't I? You know what I mean?
Comedians turned into political hacks, and the actors turned into jokes. Now they're about as edgy as Brian Stelter's love handles.
Hmm.
That's twice now.
Brian Stelter is a creepy ass looking motherfucker, dude. Like, I'm not gonna Gutfeld. I mean, he's not funny, but he's saying some true ass shit right now. You know what I mean? Gutfeld's a fucking weirdo. He's the type of dude who would like be like, teacher, you forgot to fucking I fucked up the fucking punchline. No, he's like one of those people that go to the teacher and he'd be like, you forgot to get all of our homework and we have a test today, remember? You know what I mean? He's a dork, dude. He's a fucking lib brain fucking cuck, for real, bro. But Gutfeld is worse than that. Fuck him.
And it's still happening in the world of late night.
You can take the comedic indoctrination process happening with each of the late night hosts, and you could exchange them with each other. That's how you know that's not interesting anymore.
It's true. Every late night host started playing the same character, self-righteous snob who hated anyone who wasn't a fellow elite.
I mean, it's so funny because they're so close to the point, you know what I mean? Like, but the real point just flies right over their heads. Like, I don't know why they included fucking... What's his face? I don't remember this dude's fucking name. I don't watch late night fucking TV shows. I'm not a fucking boomer. This dude right here, I mean, he's not really like these guys who are overtly political. This dude's like a fucking wine mom type of fucking talk show host. But with these guys, the impression I get from them is that they just want to appear righteous. You know what I mean? Like, very libby, very like, oh yeah, I'm so totally down with it. But don't change anything because I like where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? And it can be pretentious. And they can be like, those stupid fucking idiot conservatives, which I don't agree with because we want to change people's minds. We don't want them to fucking hate us forever and fucking not get our goals accomplished. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
As interchangeable as the Mrs. Potato Head pieces on James Vanderbeek's giant head. Mrs.? Why did we make the choice with Mrs. and not Mr.? Anyway, well, except for one.
That didn't get any yucks.
Who could that be?
That's what I'm fucking talking about, bro. This guy, he's a fucking boomer, bro. He's a fucking retard, man. Look at his goofy ass fucking goblin looking face, and he's over here calling people Mr. Potato Head, dude. He literally looks like a fucking troll doll. And that was the lamest fucking shit ever, bro. Who thinks this shit is funny? Only fucking like 70-year-old females with a fucking hard-on for this fucking guy would ever even remotely find that shit fucking funny, man. Not a single fucking chuckle from me. 0 out of 10 yucks.
That's beautiful. You know, Jim,
the face, he's so smug, dude. That one got you, didn't it?
You've been in stand-up for, what, 60 years?
Half of that.
Half of that?
Yeah.
Yes. And
dude, look who's talking, old ass.
Good. What do you
And another thing is, like, dudes like that in the red shirt, these comedians, the only comedians hopping on this anti-woke bullshit are the ones with failing fucking careers because they know that it could potentially give them a boost because they don't have to be funny. They just have to be like, live bad, woke bad, blue hair bad, I hate gay people. And all the fucking right-wingers will be like, yeah! Fuck yeah!
What's the word I'm looking for? Do you hang out with woke comedians at all? Do you end up having to share time with them?
Sometimes, yeah.
What is that like?
We just talk about other stuff. Try to talk about football, based some kind of sports. We don't get involved with the politics.
But they put politics in everything.
They do, but then when they're hanging out, they pretend like they don't care. They're independent.
Right, life is politics, bro. Being an adult involves fucking being politically fucking aware, dude. It's like, what do you want? And it's like, dude, you're a host of a news network that does political opinions. Your whole fucking existence is politics, bro. So who are you even fucking talk I hate the fucking hypocrisy, dude. I really do.
And so I don't really care about politics.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they do, but
He doesn't care about politics, but he's on this fucking show talking politics. That makes a lot of fucking sense.
they try to go up on stage with their woke jokes and it doesn't work, and then they get mad. Oh, it's all Trump supporters in the audience. I'm like, no, your joke just stinks. It stinks. That's why.
That's why you are a failed comedian, right, bro? I don't know how many times I have to say it, but projection. Dude, come on. If you're going to be bad, at least have some fucking dignity.
And speaking of stink, it's Saturday Night Live, okay? They've been on the air for 47 years. It's an hour-and-a-half show. That's how long it's been. They got maybe like 10 iconic sketches in 47 years. If you look at the Chappelle Show, he did 2 seasons. He's got more iconic sketches than Saturday.
I mean, SNL has just never been that fucking good, man. I don't really think it's about politics, you know? Like, I don't know. I mean, Chappelle is just a fucking more naturally funny guy. And, like, also with SNL, I think there's a lot of, like, internal politics going on where it's like, oh, if I get on SNL, I make it big. So everyone tries to, like, play the game and suck up and kiss ass and suck dick to be on there and, like, get in through nepotism. So it's like, it's not really a show about comedy. It's a show about getting on there to boost your career, and most of the people just aren't fucking funny. You know what I mean?
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, so it's overrated. Saturday Night Live is almost like U2. They got like 10 iconic songs.
Oh, boy.
And everything.
Man, you know this dude's a fucking boomer. What the fuck is a U2? And I can't get over this dude's fucking goofy ass faces.
Half that stinks. They haven't put a good album out since 1997. Everything else, they got 10, and that's it.
Oh, boy.
Look at
You know
the
what's
history.
funny?
Look at
I
the
love
last 7
U2,
records.
but I can't argue with that.
That's what they are. That's what Saturday Night Live is.
I mean, the first 3 U2 albums are amazing.
Yeah.
And then
I
they
have
had
nothing to
Road
say. I don't know what the
back,
fuck
and
they're
then
talking
after
about.
that, everything kind of went.
Shut the fuck up and say more stupid shit.
You should give this away.
You can just feel the fucking insecurity, dude. That big ass bulldog looking nigga. Oh. Dude, that big ass bulldog looking dude. The fucking chick with a pound of fucking makeup on. No, I don't like making fun of people's appearances, but it's like these people are just so disgusting, and it's like they wear their insecurity on their sleeve, man, and that's why they're such nasty, fucking awful people, dude.
With a real book.
There's many right there.
What do you make? Do you agree with Rob Schneider? The problem is a lot of people, nobody watches. Like a lot of people criticize SNL but don't watch it.
I actually watch it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I faithfully watch it.
Yeah.
I think it's funny until they talk politics.
Yeah.
Why fucking torture yourself like that? Also, I literally have never seen an SNL skit that was funny, man. So maybe you need to fucking expand your horizons a little bit. Come Town is fucking funny. That's something that you can fucking laugh to, not fucking SNL and their dumbass fucking shit.
I think it's funny until they invite a guest host on that's not even a comedian.
Right.
I mean, I have nothing bad to say about Kim Kardashian, but when she was on, people were like,
Of course, she's a fucking billionaire.
Her sex
They
tape
love
came out
them.
years ago. And she's not a comedian, so they don't even
I think
have
it's out on
comedians
DVD
there.
now.
Yes, of course, it's in your Rolodex.
Yes, my Rolodex next to my rotary phone.
What is funny about this, dude? I don't get it. What the fuck? All right, we're done with fucking Gutty Gutfeld, man. He's just not saying anything interesting. It's like, basically his show is just like, hey, let's just fucking talk about random fucking bullshit. Like, come on, man. All right, next fucking video. Oh, this is definitely gonna be good, dude. How could this be happening? How could I get fucked in my ass and like it?
Play counties. Well, good evening and welcome to a special
I stole
edition
that joke from Cumtown, by the way, but don't tell them.
Well, good evening and welcome to a special edition, an analytical edition of Tucker Carlson Tonight. So everybody's focused on this fall's midterms for good reason, but maybe bigger elections have already happened, more meaningful elections. These were local races that you probably haven't heard about because nobody pays attention. Here's what they were. Last week, the Republican Party flipped 5 majority-left school districts in big counties in Florida. That would be Miami-Dade, Sarasota, Duval.
What? My bad, I fucking zoned out.
The Republican Party flipped 5 majority left
God
school
damn,
districts
man.
in big counties in Florida. That would be Miami-Dade, Sarasota, Duval.
That's what right wingers are good at, man. They really are a lot better at community organizing, and I think it's honestly just because they're, like I said, they're typically white, so they have more resources and spare time because of their socioeconomic position to do all this stupid fucking shit, and they don't have anything better to do. You know what I mean? Like, we got to get on our shit and play the games that they play, man. And we got to play dirty because they play the dirtiest.
Martin, Clay counties. Miami-Dade alone is one of the biggest school districts in the entire country. It's got more than 300,000 students in it. So this change has major implications for the education and the future of millions of young people.
And definitely not for the better, man. Like, they are literally the fascist book-burning fucking party at this point. Literally, man. Like, only in America would fucking a subset of the population think that less education is better, man. Just, why not just become a fucking fascist theocracy at this point, dude? Like, for real, man.
It's not just happening in Florida. A Texas school board that flipped the Republican Party earlier this year is already working to change things. They just voted to ban race hatred and gender cult ideology in schools.
You see how they flipped this shit? Race hatred. There's not a single fucking piece of school material ever that has ever been introduced that has been hateful towards white people. Now, I'm guessing that if you went back before segregation and even after, you'll find plenty of shit that's racist towards fucking every single color under the sun except for white. Acknowledging the fact that white people in the past used to be racist and affects us today is not racist. It's acknowledging fucking reality, man. And gender cult, bro. Like, you people are the ones with the gender cult. You are the ones who want to force a fucking gender onto people. All the people on my side want to do is have people be whoever the fuck they want to be. So which side is the cult?
So there may be a lesson here. Let's say you're a Republican running for Congress in November. You might be wondering, how did these Republicans win at the local level? It wasn't just because it's a red wave year, because actually it's not really a red wave year so far, despite what...
I mean, it could have been a red wave year, but they fucked it up completely with the fucking abortion shit, man. Like, people are not as extreme as the Republican fucking Party and the Republican base on average in America, man. People are being more active on the Democratic and left side because they're waking up and they're just like, what the fuck, man? What are these fucking maniacs doing, you know?
You may have heard. In other races so far, special elections, Republicans have been underperforming, amazingly. For example, in a special election last week...
Not amazing to me, man.
Congressional district, Democrat Pat Ryan beat Republican Mark Molinaro. Now, in a red wave year, you would have thought the opposite would happen. This was a very tight district. This district went for Joe Biden by only 1.5 points in the last election. That's not exactly a huge margin for the Democrats, but Democrats won.
It's so weird how, like, unself-aware. I mean, like, Tucker Carlson is not unself-aware. He's like a sneaky fucking political operative propagandist, but the people that he spouts his propaganda to, it's amazing how unaware they are of other people's perspectives. They're in their own crazy little fucking extremist bubble, and they don't realize how insanely fucking unpopular all their positions are. And they're like, why the fuck won't people vote for us when all we want to do is fucking murder gay people and make you read the Bible fucking 3 times a day forcibly, you know?
Anyway, despite the fact Joe Biden's approval numbers have dropped dramatically since then. And it's not just in that district. Democratic candidates across the country have been outperforming Joe Biden's 2020 numbers in at least 3 other House special elections.
Exactly because of what I just said, man.
Minnesota, and in the 23rd district of New York. So why is the question? How could this be happening? Well, the Democratic Party has a really simple explanation. Abortion. Everything's about abortion. Democratic vote.
Everything's not about abortion, but I mean, duh, dude. When you take half the fucking country's rights away, your party is going to be unpopular. Sorry to fucking break it to you.
Are really mad about Roe v. Wade being repealed, and they're voting in bigger numbers. But there isn't actually any evidence at all to support that that's true. Instead, there is evidence that the Republican Party may be at fault by alienating its own voters and not getting them to the polls.
I mean, we'll see where he goes with that, but I mean, obviously you have people up in a fucking tizzy over that crazy, insane shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's been that way ever since it was fucking leaked and announced, man. Like, you kicked us into fucking high gear, bro. You know what I mean? So that's obviously a factor.
Ryan Gardusky has done a lot of work on this. He runs the 1776 Project PAC. He supported those Florida school board candidates who won last week. Gardusky recently wrote on his Substack that Republicans are underperforming this year because turnout in rural counties is only about 30% of what it was in 2018, the midterm that year. Cities and suburbs, meanwhile, those are Democrats.
Well, I mean, I think the right is just kind of in fucking shambles right now. I mean, they're still powerful and they're still getting shit done, but there is a big divide with the Trumpers and the people, the right-wingers who aren't, you know, MAGA. And, like, on top of that, it's like some of the right-wingers actually aren't as extreme as you think they are. They look at the abortion shit, and especially when a lot of the fucking, I think it was the House, voted on a bill to fucking uphold the right to contraception, and a lot of fucking Congress people or senators voted against that. So I think some right-wingers are starting to be like, dude, what the fuck is going on with my party right now? You know what I mean? I mean, there are a lot that love that shit, and they're like, hell yeah, baby, let's bring on the fucking theocracy, but there's a divide, you know what I mean? And I also think there's less enthusiasm because Trump isn't around, you know what I mean? Like, he really did whip him up into a fucking frenzy, and now they don't really have a person to like look at as like a cohesive leader of the party. And on top of that, you have the pundits who are all over the place because they want to, the pundits and politicians, because they want to be elected, and they know that the positions are unpopular, but they still have to pander to that base to get in as much votes as possible, you know?
Strongholds had double that level of turnout. So why are Republicans winning in school board races in Florida but losing in big races in rural areas that they should be winning? Well, the answer might lie with the candidates and what they're talking about in those districts. For example, in February, Mark Molinaro, the guy who just lost in the race he should have won in New York, told the county office building to illuminate the building in red and blue. Now, those are not the county colors, they're Ukraine's colors. Right, as if his voters care. That's the message that Molinaro, as executive director of Dutchess County, New York, sent to voters.
I think he's fucking way off with this one. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I bet you like fucking 5 people even knew that that shit happened, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's stupid. It's fucking like pandering fucking politics, but it definitely didn't fucking work, and it definitely didn't make people not go vote for him. You know what I mean? It's like, people care about substance, you know? And I mean, like, for right-wingers, granted, substance is usually reactionary bullshit, but they care about the meat and what the issues that they perceive as affecting them. Not some fucking lights on a wall, dummy.
Poughkeepsie stands with Ukraine. Right. Everyone's sympathetic to Ukraine, but is that really the main issue? No. It's a joke. This same candidate also sent fundraising emails to voters throughout upstate New York calling for more aggression against Russia. Biden is weak on Putin, Molinaro wrote. Right. So does sounding like Lindsey Graham actually work? Our borders are racist, but Ukraine's borders are sacrosanct. It doesn't work. Here's what he said.
The question is, can we do more? And should we do more? The answer is yes to both. As to my friends in the Pentagon.
See, that's going to be unpopular with fucking anybody, man. Like, my opinion is we should not be sending them fucking aid. We should not be sending them weapons. I mean, we can send them, like, what do you call it? I don't know, like food aid and medical aid, but sending them fucking weapons and doing logistics for them and most likely giving them fucking intelligence and all this shit is not cool, man. Like, we have our own fucking problems to deal with, and we shouldn't be making enemies with big ass fucking countries with nukes, man. It would be nice for there to be a solution that is peaceful and works for everybody, but they're their own country, and they're gonna have to figure that out themselves. And we don't want to get dragged into fucking World War III because of them. And we also have so much wrong over here, man, that we need to focus on fixing that before we can fucking help anybody, man. And we don't need to be playing these fucking chess games. You know, it's just fucking stupid.
You told all of us that this war would last 3 or 4 days, that Kyiv would fall.
God damn it. The fuck? Well, shit. All right, I'm fucking done for now, man. I've been streaming for a minute, but if you want to see more, click the follow, man. I'm on fucking YouTube. We've got a fucking Reddit. It's all down there. You see it fucking down below. Follow me on all that fucking shit. And I love you.